What's up, y'all? What's up?
How's everybody doing? Happy
Salute.
Friday.
Salute.
Salute. How, hold on. What you got to drink?
I'm just sipping on I'm sipping on some Irk jerk.
Okay. What y'all sipping on? Water? Tea?
But I have water on deck.
Do you?
I have like 3 things of water on deck.
I got this kind of water.
What is that?
Watermelon water.
What?
Fresh squeezed watermelon.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Electrolytes.
Watermelon water?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It is so good. So good. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's going on? He said, that's what's up.
What's up,
like,
y'all?
I ain't never heard no bull crap like that before in my life. It's all
Never.
Never.
But it's all good. But you all right, sis. The watermelon is a great electrolyte source. That's
yes.
correct.
Yes.
Very much so.
And I need it. it.
Yes. Happy Friday, y'all. What it do?
Friday.
What it do? How are you? What it do?
What it do?
How are y'all, man? I'm excited to be with y'all. I am your host, SBK, yours truly, and to my depending on
which side,
my beautiful sis over here.
There you go. It is I, it is me, it is she, it's just E from It's Just ETV. What's going on?
There it is. You are now listening to the you are listening to the greatest dynamic duo on these YouTube streets. Forget what you heard. It's all up. No. Over here on the Tap In podcast. And my thing is kind of, y'all.
I gotta do this.
Oh, you gotta put. Okay, there you go.
Hold on.
Keep the hat on.
Hold on. I ain't feeling it.
You ain't feeling it? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hold on.
Can y'all hear us pretty good?
Like the way
No, my thing is going in and out. Can y'all hear me? No. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear us? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear?
Can y'all hear?
I can hear you, sis. I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
There we go.
There you go. Joe says, okay.
All right.
Queen, I said what I said she can hear.
Queen in here?
Mr. F with y'all. He can he can hear.
I like the name.
Yeah,
I like the name.
That's very clever. Love the name.
Okay.
But happy Friday to you guys.
Happy Friday. I'm turning it down to make sure.
Turn it down? Yeah, so that way you can.
Are we not too? Okay, there we go.
While sis. Oh, but wait. Before we do anything.
Yes.
There is a poll question in the beginning in the chat. I said poll question, not poll.
Oh, poll question.
Poll question. There is a survey in the chat, and we are going to talk about some things. And I'm excited about this show because I have some things to get off. You know what I'm saying? I have some things to get off.
Yeah,
you know. So clip this up.
And I can't wait.
You know what I'm saying? I really want to hear y'all. You know what I mean? We got a majority of women, ladies, beautiful ladies that are in our chats, in our chats, my chat, chat. All of you beautiful ladies, majority beautiful ladies to listen. I really want to hear y'all's thoughts on this. But there is a poll question. Pause. There is a poll question. We want you to answer. Okay. So I'm going to salute the chat first, and then I'll read it. So,
okay.
You heard the lovely Thrive and Glow with Joe, aka Bestie, aka my partner in crime. in management crime, my manager. Welcome in,
Manager.
everyone. What she said, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. So go ahead, click that like button if you have it, and share it out, shout it out. You know what time it is. So shout out to Bestie.
Shout out
and
to Bestie.
We have the lovely Brilliance. Hey, you doing, Queen? Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Hey, Brilliance.
Happy Friday to you as well. And we got the beautiful Miss Wanda in the chat. The Soul Sessions. How are you, love?
Hey, Miss Soul Sessions.
How are you? How are you? How are you? We got the attorney, the day one, Kevin Corporate in the building.
Hey.
And we got
our attorney.
Nightbody's watching. We got Jen J. Good to see you. She's chilling in the bushes. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we got. Oh, did I get it?
Did she say she's chilling in the bushes?
That's what she said. You know you're gonna have now
temporarily.
You gonna have to come out of them bushes. Come out of them bushes. Come out of them bushes. We got Mr. F your feelings. Salute to you. Salute. We got Miss Fancy in the building. I said what I said is in the building.
I said what I said. Hello.
How you doing, love?
How you doing, love?
And we got Ghost Watchers in chat, but they're gonna start coming up in here. So y'all come on in. Come on in.
Take a seat.
Take your seat. We're gonna have some fun. Look at here. Little sis is in the building.
Von's in the building.
Von's Reality is in the building. By the
only person that get to tag little sis is Von's.
Yeah, that's it.
Cherokee.
So check this out, y'all. You guys, if you are mod in the chat, guys, put each other's links in and let's support each other. We got some wonderful content creators in here. Thriving Glow with Joe, Von's Reality. Waiting to
excel. I said what I said.
I said what I said. Who else now? Did I miss somebody else? I know I'm missing somebody. But I said what I said. The Soul Sessions.
Miss Soul Sessions. Yes.
We said I said what I said, but put your links in the chat. All right. Put your links in the chat. And you guys, let's support each other. Let's support each other and let's do the darn thing. You know what I'm saying? So support each other. Von's Reality and Waiting to Excel, and I said what I said, did a wonderful job this past Wednesday.
Yes.
I was in chat and I was being blessed.
Yes.
They went live.
Their origin story was
it
was simply
fire.
Chef's kiss.
Fire. Man, I love all of it, man. They told their story and what way to start off a brand new channel by just being transparent and talking,
right.
You know what I mean? So since I was blessed to, listen to that. I'm very proud of them. So if you gone and subscribe to Waiting to Excel, I said what I said. Von's Reality, they have a joint channel together, and we talked about it on last Saturday on my show at the bar. Did a wonderful job.
Yes,
wonderful job. So let's support each other. Miss Wanda, the Soul Sessions, has a wonderful channel talking about health and fitness and wellness. Just a great channel. Thrive and Glow with Joe tore the house down last night. You know what I mean?
Transformation. What is that part 3?
Yes.
Transformation.
Yes.
The transformation series.
Yes, and she was just being transparent, telling a story, and just you could just sense in the chat that she was just connecting with everybody. So great job, Joe. Y'all go and sub up to Thrive and Glow with Joe. Sub up to Von's Reality. Sub up to I Said What I Said, and then sub up to their channel.
And just everybody who hasn't gone to those channels, please make sure you do, because it connects dots. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of what Von said, I said what I said. They spoke on their their origin story, their life story. They scratched the surface of it. And also Joe, she's breaking down a little bit more of, why she did what she did and why, she went through what she went through. And so it helps you connect the dots. It helps you kind of relate a little bit more or even understand why they have the perspectives that they have. So, it was definitely fulfilling for me. So definitely go check them out.
As a man, listening to this and just I was at work and I was at my desk and just listening to it as I was making my employee schedules and stuff. I was just sitting there listening, and you know how you can listen and you can work at the same time, but then at the time you're thinking, I'm like, wow, I did not, you know, um, they were telling their stories, and I was just wow. And so
Yes,
it
Joe.
was great.
Yes. Why you cray cray? Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, you are
That's
correct.
right. That's
And the
right.
same and the same thing with Joe last night as she was being transparent and telling her story. As long as I've known her, the way she was opening up and there's some things that I didn't well I knew but I didn't know. When someone expresses their true feelings and their feelings about what they went through and they actually tell it,
Mhm.
and they say certain things, I'm like, wow, man, she really went through that. That's how she felt. So, man, I appreciate all you ladies. You know what I mean? It's good that us men can just sit and me as a man just sit there and listen to a lady's story and just kind of be supportive. You know what I'm saying? Just be supportive of the
Right.
story. Um, everybody's journey is different, but it's just great to just hear everybody's different journey. But now they're here. You know what I'm saying? Here to tell it. So I love it.
Right.
Love it. So I
Started
want to say
from the
shout out
bottom,
to all
now
of you.
we're here.
Yeah, started from the bottom. Now we're here. All right. Now look. Now look, y'all. Before it's just ETV gets on to y'all. There is a survey question. I let her get on to y'all in just minutes. Just a minute. I'm gonna read this
Wait,
survey
wait, wait,
question.
wait, wait. Hold
Oh,
on, hold
okay.
on.
Okay.
Bushwick watchers. We have not forgotten about you, the Tap In family, the Bushwick watchers of the Tap In family, or AKA Ghost Watchers. We see you, we love you, we appreciate you. Just want to make sure that we acknowledge, those that remain anonymous, those that watch in the bushes, um, that don't come down in the chat. We still appreciate you as well. But don't make me say what I gotta say if you don't come down here and do this poll pause. All right, there you go. You can have it back. You can have it back. My bad. My bad. My bad.
I can't stand you. All you Bushwick watchers, all you weirdos,
Bushwicks.
you know, you Bushwick watchers, you love us, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna give
Okay.
y'all something. Let's give them something to talk
Talk
about.
about.
Talk about the Tap In podcast. So anyway, I'm being crazy, y'all.
See, you
Uh,
did that one. I was gonna do. I got what you want. I got what you need. Can I get another? Let me stop. Okay.
they ain't ready for
My
that,
bad.
sis.
My
They
bad. They ain't
they
ready for
they,
that. They ain't
they
ready
ain't
for
ready for that, sis. They ain't ready for that. Now look here. Yeah, the votes I voted. I voted, y'all. So it's time for y'all to vote. So what you waiting on? Let me read the question.
Yes, yes,
Let
yes.
me read the question. Hey, Mr. Brilliance. I can sing. Sing.
He said I could sing.
What did Suge Avery say on The Color Purple? I feel like singing.
Okay.
Okay.
I can hold a
Anyway,
note or two.
okay, I can hold. I can hold a note. I can hold sister. I can hold a note. Anyways,
Okay.
check this out. Let me read this survey question. No
There
pause.
you go. There
And
you go.
let's get into it. All right.
Let's
The
get into it.
question goes. The question goes, ladies and gentlemen. What's the bare minimum proof you need to keep funding a long-term project? I want to say before I read this question a couple more times, I want to say shout out to Scorpio Mama because
Yep.
what we're about to talk about, Miss Scorpio Mama told us or suggested that we
She
talk about it.
suggested it. Yep.
And so because of Miss Scorpio, shout out to you, sweetheart. That's my sweetheart right there. Scorpio
Yep.
mama. We listen to our people, we listen to our
Yep.
chat, and without y'all, there would be no us. But we also want to feel the heartbeat. We also want to feel what y'all want to talk about. So we're going to talk about this, all right? But
Yes.
let me read the question again, all right? What's the bare minimum proof you need to keep funding a long-term project? What is the bare minimum proof you need to keep funding? Bare minimum to keep funding a long-term project. The answers are financial records or reports, I should say, visible construction or work, third-party verification, or community testimonials. Testimonials. Financial reports, visible construction work, third-party verification, community testimonials. What is the bare minimum proof you need to keep funding the long-term project? We already got some answers coming. Did I see? There's Giza. Hey, Giza, how you doing, love?
Hey, Giza.
Shout out to Giza. Shout out. So we need y'all
Tap in family in the building, deep and hard. Ooh, wait.
Oh, tap in family. We in here deep. Let me go.
I gotta watch what I say and how I say it. I apologize, y'all. I apologize.
Let me go.
I almost forgot my religion. Oh Lord.
But anyways, so sis,
what you got?
Go ahead and tell us how we came up with this question, and then go ahead.
So we came up with this question, as this is based off of, if you guys are subscribed, which you should be subscribed, you would have seen I had put up, hey Alice, blessed child of God. Hey
Alice, how you doing, love? How you doing?
Okay, you right on time. You would have seen that I put up a short, and it was from my girl, the GOAT, Tasha K. I love her. That is my guilty pleasure to watch Miss Tasha K.
Messy ass.
Messy ass. That's the GOAT. That is Wendy 3.0. Wendy Williams 3.0.
Messy ass.
Yes, she is, and I love it. It is a guilty pleasure. And so she's been following Dr. Umar, or should I say, do y'all even know what Dr. Umar's real name is? So Dr. Umar, okay, I'm gonna say allegedly. I need an allegedly thing. Allegedly, Rashad Ibn Abdullah Johnson, born Jermaine Shumak, that brother, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong consciousness, King Kong cookies, most requested scholar. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? He has, he put up I want to say 15 years ago. It's actually about 18 years ago. That he, hey.
How you doing?
He started a fundraiser with regards to, because he used to be a kind of like a counselor, Prince of Pan scammer. Okay. He used to be a counselor. He used to deal with children who had IEPs. And if you don't know what an IEP is, an individualized education program or plan. And so I know a lot about that because I had to do it for my son. So he used to reach out to young boys, and he took he was very poignant with some of his stuff, and he used to deal with a lot of the young Black males, and he would, help them out. But he did some things in that school district, allegedly, and he ended up getting removed, right? And so I have to say allegedly, allegedly.
What kind of things? Can you say what kind of things? Can you say what kind of things?
No, it ain't nothing like that. He was giving these boys these IEPs, and the IEPs, it turns out when they went back and looked at a lot of his stuff, it was fraudulent. It wasn't, he wasn't doing them correctly, and he was labeling a lot of children that really didn't have it. But I said all that to say that, he left. He ended up talking about, building a school of his own. And I know this because I used to listen to him. I thought, when he first came out, he was, he used to wear a suit, tie, clean cut. He was spitting, some knowledge. So I was like, yeah, 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 black boys, yeah. But I never gave. Now, don't get it twisted. I ain't giving them no money. When you start talking about some money, you talk about passing that plate around, I started looking at you with the side eye. When you start sounding like a preacher, asking for donations, that's when I draw the line.
Pause. You got, hold on. You see,
Sweet Rita! Hey, Sweet Rita! And Miss Foxy Roxy in the building.
Miss Roxy. Apologize. You came up in the chat earlier. I apologize, sweetheart. I apologize. Okay. Miss Foxy Roxy. And she is Foxy.
Miss Foxy Roxy is Foxy.
Foxy Roxy. Hey, Sweet Rita! I gotta get mine in. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. He was trying to, he envisioned this school, what they call it, FDMG. FDMG is coming. He used to make a little song about it. FDMG, which is Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. He envisioned this first of his kind, right? He first started off, he went up to this abandoned HBCU in Virginia. And he was trying to, made a video about it, walked the campus, talking about he's going to convert it into FDMG Academy. Well, that was debunked because the one of the grandchildren or the sons of the original founders of that school said he went there illegally, made the video. They never had a conversation. He never discussed money. And that was the beginning of, for me, his downfall. I'm looking at him with a side eye among asking for money. So, he's, bottom line is 15 years, 18 years into this, he's gotten a few million, allegedly a few million. And he bought a school in Delaware. He bought this abandoned, like, what do you call those types of schools? It's not not a boarding school. It was something like a charter school. He bought an old charter school that was abandoned, that they had to shut it down, and he purchased it. And we truly believe he purchased it just to, put something, to say that he bought something, because they were already like 10 years in and he hadn't purchased anything. And they like, where the money? What you doing with the money? So he purchased these abandoned buildings. But in Wilmington, Delaware. But he's had these buildings for a while, and still there's no school. Still, I've seen him put in flooring for what? I don't know. It was never leveled. He put in makeshift air conditioning. He's done jackknife lighting for the place. He's had people come and paint for what? You don't just start painting a building without, cleaning it, scrubbing it. You know what I'm saying? So he did a lot of things for optics purposes. And I used to watch this man, and I don't know if you guys know him, but he was on Mr. Umar's butt for a few years now. And I kind of like went down that rabbit hole for a minute, for almost a year. That was my other guilty pleasure, watching that mess and seeing all the receipts, that he had. She said, I know him. And he's still on now. He's covering the stuff now. So, but nope, look, they coming in. I used to work in construction, did it for 22 years. Okay. So you understand, a lot of the stuff that he was doing didn't make sense, but for him, and the people that rock with him, it was enough. He's hosted all types of things at that place, getting donations, donation after donation after donation. But still, we're talking about 15 years. So if 15 years ago a kid thought they was going to get an FDMG Academy, so you figure if a kid is what, 8 when that started, FDMG Academy 15 years ago, now he is what? He 23. 23. He done already went to school, graduated, maybe in college, maybe got a family. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and still there's nothing. Well, now it's being auctioned off. And he on here talking about he didn't get no letters. He didn't get no notices. And anybody who understands the city, the county, the state, with your property tax, do you get your notices, SBK, from the county, the state?
Absolutely.
They contact you how many months in advance? Absolutely. And he's trying to say he didn't get nothing, right? And then he had all these vacancy fees. And I saw somebody's TikTok, and they were like, "Oh, well, they charged him that that fee because of him not moving in." I'm like, yeah, he hasn't done anything with that building, so they're charging him a fee. Hey,
Jimbo, what's going on, fam? Hello to you.
He's like, I get it. Exactly, Joe. We are property tax. Come on now. You get fee. You get those in the mail, and they get you way in advance. So the fact that he was saying he didn't get it in the mail, then he was saying that they were supposed to waive for nonprofit. They were supposed to waive 4 years of nonprofit. Well, brother, you didn't have the buildings for 6. You had the buildings for 6, right? So right. If they would have waived 4, okay, you owe 2 if you turned in the paperwork. So he's just talking a whole bunch of mess. So right. The video that I have, though, is not about any of this. I was just giving y'all context about Umar. Conscious cookies, most requested scholar, King Kong consciousness. I'm just giving you that. But he went viral for this lady. Have y'all seen the lady, Miss Siobhan Stone? AKA.
You got the video queued up?
Yeah.
You got the video queued up?
Yes. Hold on. AKA the throat goat. I was very like, woo. All right now. Hold on. Where is it?
Go ahead, y'all.
What?
Go ahead, we'll play it first.
Hold on, let me see. Can you see it on the screen? Hold on. No?
I got it queued up if you want me to play it.
Do you?
Yeah, I got it queued up.
Okay, you cue it up because it's not showing for me. Let me stop sharing mine. Hold on. Okay. You got the Tasha K one?
I got all of it.
Okay, good.
All right.
He gave you status. He said you the throat goat. That's true. Why? Bitch, I'm not why? I'm playing. We are the queens, we are the gods, but yet he's consistently sleeping with black women, unprotected, not marrying them, not taking care of the babies that he makes, but yet protect the black queen. Yeah, he's our biggest predator. How did you and Dr. Umar meet?
Let's talk about this on Tap In.
We talking about it on Tap In, right?
That's it. Okay, Miss Siobhan Stone, aka the throat goat. She said,
"Okay, so give us some context to this.
So
to this woman,
this lady, she wasn't a supporter of Umar. That's what she said during Tasha K's interview. But her son, which at the time was 14, and he was on the spectrum. And he watched Dr. Umar and wanted to meet him. And so that's how she ended up connecting with Dr. Umar, was through her son. And her son um, reached out to him. She reached out to him for her son to because she wanted him to have a conversation with him, possibly, mentor him, talk to him, because he was on the spectrum. And so they had a conversation a couple of times before they even met. And his introduction was him calling them and asking her and her son to pick him up in Nebraska. Now they live in Kansas City. He asked them to drive down and pick him up from Nebraska. And they did it. Her son drove down. She said she didn't know him, but she she didn't want her son to go by herself. She went down there with her son. They picked him up. I'm looking at that like, I don't even care if he's on YouTube. I'm not going to pick up no man. Period. And I don't know him like that, even if I do, see him on YouTube like that. But they went to pick him up. She ended up, them having conversations, and let her tell it. He started like feeling on her, touching on her. What she say? We are black queens, married or not. Okay. Wait, did I miss something in there?
Bonds has already started. Look what she said.
What she say? Who he sleeps with has nothing to do with his message. Oh Lord, you went at you.
Finish what you got. We're gonna get back to you.
Right.
We're gonna get back to you. We're gonna get back to that.
She trolling. I hope you trolling. I hope you trolling.
I believe she's trolling, but I got some.
So she started messing with this man. She started messing with Dr. Umar. He said he wasn't really, and I don't understand, because she's saying he wasn't really that nice, or he was very straightforward. The next time he talked to her, he was asking her to do a fundraiser, come help him do some fundraiser for him. And so she did it. She came down, helped him with a fundraiser, and then Tasha was like, well, what do they get? Because it was a free fundraiser. And she's like, so how does he get money? She's like, he gets it through the books. So he passes out his book, which is about IEPs, and they transfer of hand. So that's how he gets money on the under. And obviously he ain't reporting this money, right?
Right.
So he has these fundraisers. They're free. He talks for a little bit and buy my book. And so they buy his book. And so she ended up talking to him, dating him, having, relations with him. Then he brings her in, asks her to come and stay with his mama, which his mother supposedly, allegedly has dementia, allegedly. And so he asked her to come stay with his mom and take care of her. And that's where she started finding out more and more about him being kind of sketchy, finding notices, finding, information about him, the way he treats his mother. He's a hoarder. The house has trash all over it. The mother can't walk. He barely takes care of her. She has other children. He won't let her see them. Allegedly he is keeping her Social Security check. Allegedly, just all kinds of stuff came out with her. But we would have never known about this moment if he didn't accuse her of stealing money from him. She said his house is nasty. Yeah, she said his house. She said he's a hoarder. All kind of stuff, like roaches. He believes in what is it? The Orishas, and the African religion. So he, outside the house in the back, she said there's all kind of like chicken particles where he sacrificed chickens and stuff. And his Chongo stick isn't that? Yeah, she did say that too. Okay, she been watching it too. His Chongo stick ain't that big. Cause he went in on her. He called her a throat goat. He said her stuff smelled like fish. It smelled like tilapia. It smelled like red snapper. It smelled like catfish. He named every dang fish in the sea damn near and said it smelled like that. Yes. Yes. So he started it first. And he said that she stole money from him. And that's why his accounts are frozen. And ladies and gentlemen, I need you to go hit my PayPal, because I don't have no Cash App no more. So hit my PayPal, hit my Apple Pay, hit my PayPal, hit my pay. You know how you like to repeat itself 3 times. So he in his car. Yes, he sacrifices chicken. So she said that was in the backyard. And he had these fly strips because, it flies and gnats and all that stuff would gather because he's sacrificing things out there because he believes in that Oshun, Ogun, Orisha stuff. Whatever, don't get me to lying. And please don't take offense, y'all. I don't know your religion. I'm just saying. It's something at the African religion. So, yes. But that's how we got to him. His counts have been frozen. I believe they've been taken, not frozen, because he's still saying they're frozen. If they're trying to verify fraud, it would have been verified by now. You know what I'm saying? So the accounts have been taken. And the only reason why they would take the counts is if they feel that there's some fraud, there's some scamming going on. And she is on, Miss Siobhan Stone is on a world tour, basically telling all Umar's business. Telling all the business. She said she believed he an agent. She said she saw some was it FBI or CIA paperwork with his name on it. So she believed he an agent. Yes. Yes. I wish I could just download all the stuff that I got, but I can't. That would be too much. It would be too much. They said his mom, Foxy Rashi said his mom suffers from multiple sclerosis and dementia. Yes. Yes. And she says his mom calls Umar the devil. Allegedly. Let me throw these allegeds out here.
Okay. So back to the question again. So what's the bare minimum proof you need to keep funding a long-term project? Financial reports, visible construction work, third-party verification, community testimonials. What do you think, sis?
For me, yeah. I need to see receipts. I need to see financial reports. I need to see some building, some working, not what he's doing. I need to see some serious construction. That, first and foremost. So I would need to see receipts and some construction for me. Because it's just been sitting there, it's vacant, and nothing's really that's tangible being done. And if you know, but obviously the people who rock with him, they don't really, I don't think they understand that, or they just give a blind eye because, to them, this is a brother trying to help out young black males and the man is trying to stop him and they believe whatever comes out of his mouth. But, if you live in, how can I say this in a nice way? In reality, and if you have owned anything or, business, that there is no way that it should take 15 to 20 years to open up a school for young black boys. Sure. What is his, what do you think? Because there's another gentleman that he opened a school and it took him like 3 years in New York. For black children. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I think it only took him like 2 to 3 years.
Right.
So it's like but if people turn a blind eye when they like you.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Um, the answers. What's the bare minimum proof? Financial reports, visible construction, third party. It was. I had to think on that because really, to be honest with you, you need all four, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You need all four, but um, but I chose financial reports because you need something concrete to say, hey, this is what this is going to be. But at the same time, this fool, like you said, this fool, he bought this building, and it's just a front to, hey, this is the building. We need, it's just it was. But here's the thing. Y'all don't get mad. Y'all don't get mad at me, y'all.
Come on with it.
In our community, ladies and gentlemen, in our black community, in the black community, how many times have we seen this? Let's keep it real.
Jay Morrison,
especially in the black church.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
How many times have we seen this?
Building fund.
How many times have we seen this? We pour money upon money, thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars into a project, and it's not been built. You don't see nothing, but you see expensive cars, you see expensive clothes, you see expensive trips, and so forth and so on. How many times have we seen that?
Okay. Their kids going to college.
Yes. The first lady is dressed in all kinds of
nines.
Yeah. What difference is that we see in the hood or we see on a daily basis in the church with this guy? I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell y'all. When I first saw this dude, and I got this written down. When I first saw this guy years ago, the first thing I saw, and it came to mind was fraud. Straight up fraud.
So when you first saw him, you said you thought fraud.
I thought fraud.
Elaborate.
You know what I mean? Because first of all, some things you can't explain. You know what I mean? And let me just say this here. I was listening to I said what I said. I hope you don't mind me mentioning you, but you were talking about church on your radio.
Yes.
And I respect what you said. Yep. Let me rephrase what I said. What I said was speaking about Miss Queen. I said what I said that she believes in the Lord. She has a relationship with the Lord, but she doesn't have anything to do with the folks of the church.
Yep.
You have to respect that because of the simple fact that you got crooks like Umar, you got crooks like some of these churches or whatnot that make you want to not put your money, put your trust. You should put your trust in man, of course. You know what I'm saying? Your personal relationship with your creator is your personal relationship with your creator.
Correct.
But at the same time, we got men out here that talk a good game and they got the gift of gab and they sit there, man, and they do whatever they can to get money out of your back pocket. And basically, that's the reason why that our young people do not respect church. That is Correct. The reason why our young people do not respect any religion at all, because people are sitting there and perverting religion and perverting Christianity in order to make money off of it. All right. So I'm personally sick and tired of people like Umar. I'm sick and tired of folks that's proclaiming to be just perverting the truth of the gospel of Christ, the Bible, and so forth and so on. And they're hiding behind Christianity to pocket off of. They're hiding behind, this dude here is hiding behind education and hiding behind educating our young men that are black, people that are young people that are young women and young people of color, and saying they need this and need that, and he's pocketing the money. He's just being exposed. So look, I for one, I'm sick and tired of scammers. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of our elderly being scammed because you got guys like this that talk a good game, you know what I mean, and just pouring in their money. We have got to This is why we need shows like this to talk about stuff like this, because people are pouring their money into stuff like this and not educated. They're not educating themselves. This dude here is a straight up womanizer. You know what I mean? What guy is going to teach my son or my daughter or your son or your daughter morality and so forth and so on? And you're on these reality TV shows making a fool of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. This dude's on reality TV shows. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even take care of his own kids, his own daughters. His daughter exposed him.
Get to that. Your own daughter comes out and tells that you're deadbeat father.
Yeah.
So it's time for us to start holding these frauds on social media accountable. You know what I mean? Yep. It's high time that people need to stand up and say, look, I'm not giving my money to no nonsense like this. If I do give my money or whatever to it, I want some proof. You know what I mean? Show me what you're building. This fool here that had a building, every time it's some type of excuse. There's some type of excuse. You know what I mean? He never impressed me. He never impressed me at all. We make fun of Jimmy Swaggart. We make fun of Oral Roberts, those guys, you know, those guys, the televangelists.
Right.
This guy's no different. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying?
I was going to say that. No different.
No different whatsoever. So that is the reason why. So Vons, I want to get back to you, dear. I want to get back to you. You said right here.
Okay. You want me to drop it? Which one call it?
Yeah, drop the link. He says who he sleeps with has nothing to do with his message. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. When you put out a message, you damn sure better live your message. Your message needs to align with your life. Your message needs to align with what you are telling people. You need to damn sure live it. So I have to push back on you, little sis, on that. So if you're going around and you're talking about morality to our kids, talking about morality to the world, and you're living otherwise, you damn sure better be living it. You know what I mean?
Oh damn, he came up quick.
So I had to push back on you, little sis. I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? So who he sleeps with has everything to do with it.
Especially when he's out here talking about he's uplifting the black queen and he's uplifting the black woman, and he's putting women, you know, he's supposedly putting women on pedestals, but then you sleeping with them.
You put
him
on.
I need 2 and 3 of them. Just one can't handle me. You know what I'm saying? So
you're holding them on pedestals, all right. You know, you got your Chico stick all up in them. You know what I'm saying?
All up in them.
So you are a hypocrite. You're a con artist, and it's time for our parents, and it's time for us to start standing up for that. You know what I'm saying? Standing up and calling it out, holding people accountable. That's what I got to say about that.
I agree.
He is no different from Derek Jackson.
No, right? He ain't.
No, he is no different from any con artist.
He's no different from Jay Morrison. They on the same level. All of them are on the same level. And all of them have a tendency to, now Jay Morrison done found God. Now he's a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And then Umar, every time he talks, when he goes to speak, he sounds like a pastor. What did she say? His preference has nothing to do with his. Vons, bring your butt up here. Come on, little sis.
Now, Vons, look. You read your Bible, right, little sis? I know you do. Out of the abundance of the heart, the what?
The mouth speaks.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth, what? Come on. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth, what?
Speaks.
That's all I got to say about that one.
Okay. What's going on, Lionel? How you doing?
What's up with it?
Well, man, I'm just walking in and I saw you drop the link, so I said, why not? But I see who y'all talking about.
Yeah. Where you go?
Why y'all upset with Dr. Umar?
Because he's a fraud, bro. He's a fraud.
I like frauds. They're cool. They show a level of skill, man. I love the skill they show. Finesse all these people. And then y'all let yourselves get suckered into it. I mean, not y'all, but a lot of people do. A lot of people claim they got street smarts. He proves a lot differently.
I think people. Go ahead, sis.
Oh, go ahead. I don't disagree with you, but when you are scamming the elderly, I draw the line with that. I don't like kids or elderly. Now, the Mickey Fickies in between, you know, yeah.
Aren't the elderly the ones with the wisdom, though? Aren't the elderly the ones with the wisdom?
So if you're talking about elderly people we're talking about elderly people who may have, they're just trying to, especially that generation, they're very pro-black, very, power to the people, black people first. So I feel that, it's not the same. They were raised differently. It's a different generation.
So they're not paying attention to how these ninjas are moving out here in these streets? We just supporting anybody?
Basically, they are. Basically, they are, Lionel. They're just supporting them just because they sound good.
Yeah. And he's a black man.
Just like little sis says here. His womanizing ways has nothing to do with his message. See, look here. She's trolling. I know for a fact she's trolling. Look, if your message is one thing and your ways is another, then who's gonna listen to your message, bro? You know what I mean? Your message is null and void. All right.
Yep.
Derek Jackson kind of proves otherwise.
He brought him up too. Derek Jackson.
I'm just saying he's literally proven the opposite. Still got women supporting him.
And that's sad. That's sad.
In waves.
And that's sad.
But it's common though.
Very.
It's common. And it's easier nowadays. I mean, we're talking about different generations. We're talking about people who may not have heard, about him. Just because we've heard about this person doesn't mean every black person has heard about this person, right? So it goes in waves. It's waves.
You shouldn't be following no one off of blind faith.
I get what you're saying. But these people really do believe in their message. They want to have purpose, and they feel that they are helping a cause. And so with that trifecta, sometimes you can, a blind eye. And unfortunately in our community, that's all it takes. They don't really understand what you need to see in order for that to be valid, to validate it. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand?
That's why they got tapped in. That's why they got tapped in.
You're funny.
I want to read what Foxy Roxy said. She said, older people was raised to support our young people because you all are our future.
Right.
The thing that I totally agree with that. The thing with that is that because the older people, we support our young people. We're supposed to support our young people. But the thing about it is that when you're talking about scam artists like Umar and Derek Jackson and all the rest of these mofos or whatever, they're sending out a bad message. They're no different than, look, if you're hustling out there on the street and you're doing everything you can to get the almighty dollar, you know what I'm saying? You're out there hustling, right? So you look at a dude like Umar that's been building on a school for umpteen years, you know what I'm saying? And you're scamming people. You look at Derek Jackson, that's making himself look good by being a simp. And you want to talk about simp, you know what I mean? He said all of that to get in women's draws. You know what I'm saying? So you did all this stuff and you said all this stuff, but you are not living it. It's just a bad message.
Right. I want
Why
to
you- Go ahead. Go ahead.
want to address what I said because this is very pointed, or should I say poignant. She said, "I'm Black people are looking for a savior and someone to replace Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and that's real. They're looking for that one Messiah to lead the people to the promised land, and that's where it gets jaded. That's where it gets murky. We're looking for that one person. That
Are we
one
that weak?
person.
Are we that weak?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
keep me out that one. I
But
ain't
the
that
thing,
weak.
but here's the thing, y'all. The thing about it is that our people are looking to these so-called leaders, and these leaders are literally doing like this.
right,
But behind your back, they're doing just like this. You know what I'm saying? They're doing just like that. You know what I mean? They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about your well-being. They don't give a damn about your kids. You know what I'm saying? So what the community is looking at is a leadership. I totally agree with that. But in the end, those leaders are like coming on, like, come on in, but behind your back, they're trying to
right,
drain you dry.
right,
That's what that
right.
is. Hi,
And
ladies.
then they try to make you feel bad. Hey, y'all. Little sis, Miss Foxy Roxy in the building.
What you beautiful?
Hello, hello.
Hey, Miss Foxy. Foxy, you
Hey
beautiful.
y'all.
What y'all got on it? I know y'all got some. I know y'all got
Okay.
some. I know y'all got something on it.
Miss
What's up with it?
Foxy, was the person that you watched, was his name Lennon Honor?
Yes,
Okay. Then you know who I'm talking about.
yes, he
I
was the one
binge
I
watched his
watched,
butt. He had
and
me binge
a
watching
lot of
him.
it, I know some about him through my son. My
Okay.
son, he started a gun club, and he made my son was one of the young men that used to follow him and be as his bodyguards. So I know a little more about him. I didn't like my son following him because I thought he was a scam then by the way
Hmm.
things he was talking. But
Ah,
because a lot of young people, a lot of young men are looking for, my son didn't have, he had a stepfather, but he didn't have a father in his life. So, I think he still was missed, even though his stepfather stepped in and gave him the father role. And he
Hmm.
taught him the best way he knew how, which was straight. But a lot of times, my son went off to the army, and when he came back, he's got a little arrogant to a point that he think he knew it all now because of the army. The army really changed his mindset from what he used to be. Now, from an older point of view, I know Lionel said, what about the older people? Lionel, even though I'm 63 years old, there's a lot of people my age that I'm finding out some of them can't comprehend certain things. They can't read certain things because at the time when in their era, there was a lot of things about the blacks that they didn't know, acknowledge, and understand. Now he's using the black history that the black people are finally finding out to scam people with. We learn a lot about our black history that we didn't learn in school, and he's using that as his motive to scam people and trying to make it seem like now you know this about your black heritage, this about your black heritage, and he's using that to scam people. The sad part I'm hurting is because a lot of elderly people my age or older don't understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. All they know is it's a school for black kids, and the black kids are finally not under the white people to direct them and, you know, label them and put them on medication and all this stuff. So they thinking he's doing the right thing for the black children in the black community. So they following him because that's all they know from their past history of how their children were done doing segregation. So they don't think like I do. I'm one of the few people that thinks this way and understand the different things that's going on in society. And I do my research before I give anybody two nickels to rub together. I mean, seriously, I'm not giving you two nickels. If I ain't got two nickels, I definitely ain't gonna go out here and scam nobody to get two nickels to give to you, and you scamming
Right.
too. So no way. But I'm different from a lot of people. and I see things a different way than everybody else. That I was just trying to answer Lionel's question of why is it older people so easy to and it's because they don't know any better because of what they was taught back in their day. If you
Correct.
wasn't back then and been around a lot of elderly people like I have, you're not going to understand how they think. And most of his scams are coming from the southern older people. It's not from the northern. It's the southern people who was, that the knowledge was removed from them in regards to their history. A lot of older black people from the South are just learning their history about, who made this and who made that. Who, all they knew was what that book showed them in school, and that's it. What they learned in school at that time. So, and then what they see on TV. So you got to understand elderly people are more subject to get to than
To get
my
scammed.
But
mindset.
SBK wasn't.
Huh?
Did you
SBK
just call
wasn't.
him? Ooh,
Oh, he
get it.
called you Elder
Get
SBK. Oh
it,
my
SBK.
God. Dang, SBK know you were that old.
Okay. He said SBK, was it? You
You
know
see
you
how he do?
wrong.
See how I do?
Okay.
I'll get it back. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
that's my take on it, and it hurts me that he's scamming. And I think I sent it to the right email, a copy of what the court papers show that the final judgment on the buildings and everything, the amount of money he owe. He
Yeah.
owed approximately about
Yep.
$38,000,
Yep.
and he got to have it by the 25th of this month. He ain't got it by the 25th of this month. The buildings will be auctioned off, and
And
it
he
shows
asking
on
for that.
and the writ shows the year and one of them, the water and sewage, because he didn't hire a lawyer, he's paying from 2016 to now
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because he didn't have a lawyer to negotiate for him to keep them from putting that on the closing cost of that building. He ended up being suckered with that past due bill, which he did not pay on. So from 2019 to now, there's a lot of bills he didn't pay on, which is adding up to $38,000 just for the judgment, so he can get out of it. He don't have the money because he done misspend the money by going back and forth over there to Ghana,
Okay,
spending
getting
money
his
on Ghana,
citizenship. His dual
getting his
citizenship.
right. So because of all that, he done misappropriated the money. So now that he got to come up with that amount of money, he don't have it. Now he come up with, and if you notice, if you look back, if you look back on the date that he claimed the first time when he did the video, and he said my account was frozen, and
Mm-hmm.
they supposed to have been going into his account, fraudulent into his account, and all that. It's the same date he had to go to court. They
Yep.
took him to court on the 5th
Yep.
of
Yep.
August. Was the same date he did that, and so if it came out, he had that excuse, and everybody remember what he said about the account being frozen. I don't think it's frozen. Wait, okay, let me correct it. If it is frozen, it's because he did not pay the city of Wilmington, Delaware, the money that he's supposed to. That's why they took him to court.
Right. Right. He owes them money. He owes
Right,
the city money for that property, for that land. All he
and then
did was he basically just purchased it. He hasn't really paid anything on that thing. And people don't understand. They'll let that stuff build up
yeah, they will.
until for years. And then it's this big old bill you have and pay or give it up.
And then and the vacancy fees, he supposed to have been paying on that to get it off the vacancy list, and he didn't pay on that. That was part of the agreement with the closing. See, there's a lot of things that was on that closing agreement that he did not honor. Now
He
he's
didn't
stuck.
even look at it. He
Nope,
just signed. He just paid to get built some
four hundred
buildings so
thousand
people
dollars.
could stop saying that he's scamming.
Right, that's all that is.
That's all it was.
And making all them trips to Ghana, and all that money you okay. It takes $1,500 to $2,000 for one way trip to Ghana. One way, not two ways, not round trip. One way trip between $1,500 to $2,000 for one trip to Ghana, and that's look, and that's economy. That's the lowest price.
Exactly. You
So
flying coach.
that where all the money was going for him flying back and forth over to Ghana. Then you got to think about it. Once he got to Ghana, he got to spend money because I don't care how many people you live with. I could come to SBK's house and say, "Hey, what's up?" Spend some time with him and his daughter and everything. But I still got to pay for my food. I can't live off the man for free.
I don't know. I believe that he gets people to do things for him. He has his mouth game is strong with them folk.
Well,
He had that woman drive 2 hours, 2.5 hours, her and his son to pick him up from Nebraska.
From what
Didn't
I
give no
got,
gas money. They fed him. He didn't give no money. No
I,
money
I
transferred
can't
his
remember
hands.
who it was. It was one YouTuber that had got it, and been trying to find it so I can show it to everybody. That the Ghana said now that they finding out what's going on with him over here, they don't want him back.
They gonna kick him out of Ghana. They gonna revoke their citizenship.
I don't know. That's
Hey,
the rumor. And
hey,
look on the YouTube streets.
I love it.
So
That's
he might
funny.
have messed himself up all the way around right about now. So I'm going back into my little mute.
Hey, I said what I said.
Hey, Queen, what you got on it?
How are
Hey
you?
y'all, what's going on tonight?
Waiting to exhale is in the
Ready to
house.
exhale, okay?
That's right. That's right. We're exhaling. Now, I don't know a lot about this Dr. Umar story because I'm like SBK. I
Mhm.
never felt his energy from the get go. I never really liked the message that he had going on, and I don't follow people that have a cultish behavior, and that's what he have to me. It's like a cultish scamming behavior. But I came up here. I was gonna stay in the chat, but Foxy brought me up here because I came up here to defend the South. Okay.
Mm, mm,
It may be a lot of people in the South that support this ninja, but it's not because we stupid or
mm.
anything of that nature. The
Go ahead.
people in
I
the
didn't say you. I said the elderly. I didn't say you. And now if you are there with the elderly,
it's the South is the South, and one day I'm gonna be elder. So let me come up here. And according to SBK, I'm already an elder statesman. Okay,
There you
Oh
go.
let
yeah,
me
There
you
you
come
got
up
the
go.
here,
elder statesman.
and I
Okay,
don't
he
know
ain't gonna
why
never let you
SBK.
live that down.
well, let me
Right.
say it like
Now,
this: the eastern part.
hold on. No, no, no. I was quiet while you talk. So go ahead and go back on mute. So, and I don't understand why SBK sitting up here just letting you tear us up and he from the South. So let me explain to you about the South. The South has hospitality. The South will give you the benefit of the doubt. And this dude is very charismatic. And that's what the South is going with. It's not that they stupid or just go any kind of way because they will call themselves vetting you or check you out. But if you sound good to them and they think your energy is good and they think that you're doing a great thing, so yeah, they're gonna support you because that's how the South is, and it's not because they're low educated or anything of that nature. It's just that the South do trust people more than they should, in my opinion. uh, these days it's less and less trust because they are seeing scams go on. Because, in my opinion, scamming is the new job now. It's more people that have a job to scam than they actually have a real job these days.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Scamming has its own little section now. It's like these people are saying, well, I'm not gonna get no job. I'm gonna figure out a way to how to get people. And it's some people that are very good at manipulating people. And I really feel like that's what he did. He was able to manipulate the South. And at the end of the day, like Foxy said, back in the day, you just trusted your leader. You didn't vet him. You didn't verify anything about him. You just
Mhm.
trusted him. And in the South, and it is statistically more people in the South go to church than they do in the North. And so
Mhm.
when somebody come on the internet and say, I'm going to do this and that and the other, they're going to look up to that person as it like they look up to their pastor
which I, like SBK said, I said a long time ago, the other day, or
Mm-hmm.
whenever I said it. You can't be putting
Mm-hmm.
these pastors and these people on the internet on any type of pedestal. And if you are going to trust them, you definitely need to verify. So that's what I came up here to say.
She said, I ain't going for it. Don't bring the South down that road.
I'm sorry. I said what I said. I'm sorry.
But you are speaking facts. And the fact that down south, you know, a lot of HBCUs, right? A lot of,
Right.
they definitely want to,
Athletes.
yeah. And you see more. I mean, down south, let's just be real. I'm from California, and when I go down south, when I go to Atlanta, when I go to Texas, you see more Black elites. You see more Black professionals down south than you would in California. Meaning, I can find more Black doctors, more Black lawyers, more Black, professionals out there than I would in Cali. So they tend to stick together and they want to uplift the Black community. They want to, they're trying to, circulate the Black dollar, learn different ways to, bring it like quote unquote Black Wall Street, right? So it's easier to scam because, they're looking for this, Pan-African brother, which I don't subscribe to the Pan-Africanism. So anybody in the chat that is with it, don't take offense. That's just my personal view. And a lot of times you get scammed that way by that blackety black talk, unfortunately.
And we're getting scammed by politicians and
blackety black talk.
Blackety black, yeah, because a lot of times if they're Black, you're just going to get supported. And the reason why they do that here in the South is because for so long, and if it's any Caucasian people in the audience, this is not a direct dig, but for so long, the Caucasian people were the ones that's running it. And in a lot of instances, they still running it. So the Black people are trying to catch up. They really, really are trying to catch up. And so, like she said, you have a lot of athletes that do a lot of programs in the South. You have a lot of churches. Some of them do try to help the South. And I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not TD Jakes is really a help or a hinder. I'm just not sure.
Oh Lord, we ain't.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, because two things could be true at once. And yes, he do help some people, but also he's a hindrance to a lot of other people from the things that, some of the things that he's been caught up in, in the last couple of years or 3 years. And not only TD Jakes, it's a lot of big pastors in the South that have failed, like Tony Evans and what is this other guy now? It's a lot of them in the Dallas metropolitan area that just have fallen to the wayside. Even that white guy from Houston, what is his name? Joel
Osteen.
Yeah, Osteen. He wouldn't even help the people from Katrina, and so that looks bad for the church, in my opinion. And a lot of these churches, I'm sorry, but they are pimping God for their own personal use, and so. Amen. They're not, it's not about the people anymore. It's not about God anymore. It's all about filling their pockets up. And the bigger the church is, in my opinion, the more of a scandal it is.
I want to say this here. I had a conversation, and I'm going to let Young Bonds talk because I want to hear what she's saying. Check this out. Big Sis and I were talking, getting ready for the show today. And I'm going to bring this up right now. I want you guys to think with me on this right here. I want the chat to think with me on this. Most of the time when you got big time leaders, whether it's church, whether it's politics, whether it's a movement like what Umar is going through, whether it's Derek Jacks, we just talked about his scamming ass just a while ago, you know what I'm saying, with his, most of the big time leaders, they would not be where they're at if it wasn't for strong-willed women that were following them and funding them and backing them. So what does that say? That says that a lot of our women, the women are the backbone, right? If you get a woman on your side, they're going to promote you. You get a good woman on your side that her heart is in the right spot, and a guy is sitting there speaking right. He looks the part. He talks like he has a part, right? So women are going to follow behind that, get behind that, and promote you. And lo and behold, what's going to happen? You got a following. You got some momentum. That's just the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's so sad that we got men out here that are taking advantage of women because they got a great personality. Just like Umar, he's got that factor, just like I said what I says. And Miss Foxy, he got that charismatic personality. You know what I mean? He seems like he knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they get up, man, and just like E said, when Umar first came up on the scene, he the suits on and all that. Then he went to the Africanism stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All these guys, you know what I mean? They look the part, right? They talk a great game, right? And they talk about, support the Black sisters, you know, support our sisters, support our women. And our women get behind this dude, you know what I'm saying? And then come to find out, you know what I mean, there's a lot of dirt on this dude's name. This dude has just done a lot of nonsense. So that just causes a lot of our women to like, man, trust this dude or trust you know. And if a real guy, if a real leader comes, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna, you know, question his ethics. You're gonna question his business prowess, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but go ahead, little sis Vaughn. Go ahead.
First of all, I ain't supposed to be outside, but hey, y'all. Hey. Okay. Before I say anything, I would just like to say I represent the church. Okay. All right. Because, you know, I'll be hearing all this shade up here. You know, y'all got some against pastors and bishops and Joel Osteen, you know, because y'all haters. But what I would like to say is, okay, when Bill Clinton, okay, all right, Martin Luther King, you know, the love of my life, okay, all right, rumors, okay, because, you know, I'm trolling and, you know, I'm going to tell a couple lies, but rumors, you know, that they was out here, you know, cheating and adultering and stuff, you know, y'all still love him, okay? Everybody love Bill Clinton to this day, okay? I know I still love Martin Luther King, and so do Black people, all right? But all of a sudden, okay, oh, these pastors don't be right, okay? Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, all right? These leaders don't be right. Bill Clinton, okay? They ain't right. They wasn't right, okay? But y'all love them. So what y'all got against TD Jakes, who's a man, you know, make mistakes, okay? What you got against Dr. Umar, okay, who's a man who's made a couple mistakes? Now I'm going to say this, okay? All that stuff about his house being nasty and chickens being sacrificed. I don't know how true that is. But I really don't like it when people, you know, smash and bash. I don't like that. I don't think that's cool. I think that's very immature. Okay, but if his house is nasty and all that type of stuff, you know, he really, you know, he need to get that together for real, because that's nasty. But he's single. It ain't like he married, you know, and committing adultery. He spread his loins out here. Okay, what's wrong with that? And let me say this: she want to talk about how nasty his house is. His flies over here, flies over there. But you was the throat goat, ma'am. So was you like what?
With that.
I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? She saw all that before she decided to throat go. Okay, but now that you know she ain't Mrs. Dr. Umar, okay, Rashid, you know, Abdullah. What you say his name is, girl?
Rashid Linda Abdul Johnson.
Now she got a problem. You know, now she want to tell all this business, which once again, I do feel like some of the stuff need to be exposed. You know, got flies and sacrificing chickens.
Okay.
That's crazy. But that's all I got to say. So when I say, okay, what you do in your bedroom, your sexual preference, okay, it ain't got nothing to do with your message. Dr. Martin Luther, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, okay, and former President, okay, Bill Clinton. All right, he cheated on Hillary, and we like him more than we like us. So I ain't trying to hear, okay? I ain't trying to hear, but that's all I got to say about that. All right.
Well, what I got to say
Oh
about that on
Lord.
the pushback
Okay.
is I don't
Yeah.
remember Bill Clinton nor Dr. Martin Luther King begging for money from people personally. They asked if you want to support them with their political causes and with the march and what they were doing and the money that they did get. They did, they put their money where their mouth was. They put their mouth where their money was. If they said that they was going to be, if they wanted to use the money for political gain, then that's what they did. They didn't take people money and just do what they wanted to do with it, regardless of what they had going on in their social lives. They still did what they said that they were going to do, and in my opinion, that's the difference. Not saying that they were holy, not saying that they were perfect men. I'm not saying any of that, but they did go to the White House and be the president. And Martin Luther King did help sign get the Civil Rights Act signed. So the guys did what they said that they were going to do. And that's the difference in my opinion.
Not only that, those are all what I just said is that these gentlemen, Martin Luther King, Bill Clinton, TD Jakes, they have a legacy. What is Dr. Umar's legacy? What has he built?
The message. Bringing black folks together.
Get the hell out of here. No, she did not. Oh,
don't miss the message. Looking at the messenger. Okay.
He has contributed nothing. Absolutely
we got
nothing.
The message. The message was, I'm a scammer. Okay, keep on.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I don't care who he sleep with. I don't care who he lets swallow, spit, nothing. But his legacy is trash. He has no legacy.
So my question is, was the girl, was she serious about being a throat goat?
Yeah.
Yes. She admitted it.
She said, said it on live.
I can't hear.
Well, she's
on live. She said yes.
Oh, damn. Really?
Mm-hmm. Tasha K said, I heard they called you the throat goat. She said, yep.
Damn.
I am. She said, I am. And they started laughing.
So, damn.
What's she supposed to do? Oh, no. I didn't do it. I didn't gurgle it. I didn't jiggle it. That's what she's supposed to say. I did not have sexual relations
exactly
with that man.
That's exactly.
I did not gurgle with that man.
I did not
swallow. I have not been swallowed.
That woman, Miss Lewinsky, and I need y'all to let me get on with the American people.
Oh. Y'all stupid. Okay. So yes, y'all have some points. Okay, all right. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay, he did some preaching and some teaching and civil rights. Right? Yeah, Bill Clinton was being president. However, okay, I still say we shouldn't miss the message. Looking at the messenger. Okay.
What's the message?
Now, that black people need to stick together. Okay. And okay, let me ask you this: what's wrong with him saying, that we are black queens, and him still wanting to, do what he do with the black queens? What's wrong with that? I mean, he's single.
What we talking about is what he did with the black queen's money.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the money. So, I'm not gonna do that. But what I will say is this: I had no idea that he was out here scamming that money like that. Okay, all right. What? So I didn't. Not till recently. When everybody started coming outside. Matter of fact, it was when his daughter came outside on him. And then it's like,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Real quick. Now, Lionel.
What?
That just proved my point. Now, Vaughn just said she had no freaking idea about this man. It just proves my point. Not everybody knows.
How wild that sounds, though, E?
No. I knew who Dr. Umar was, but I didn't know he was that he never started the schools. I didn't know that part until recently when his daughter came outside and, they telling all his other business. And then it's like, then this happened. And I'm like, wait a minute. So he never started not one school? And it's like, no. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. But yeah. But yeah, of course I know who Dr. Umar is. I thought he's pretty cool people.
He got all that money from the South. And did nothing with it.
Why is BK looking like that?
From the South, thank you. No,
What? I'm just saying he's fine. Okay, I'm stick with my fine black brother. But I didn't know he was scamming like that. Y'all don't think he's fine, girl? I think he look good. What?
But you say
y'all don't think so?
Vaughn, take them damn shades off. What
I say? You don't think he attractive?
And go get your eyes checked and see if he needs some glasses.
What? Y'all just don't like him because he didn't took them people money. Okay, we can't just lie and say he ugly all of a sudden.
Wait a minute. If he look like SBK, then yeah, you can say a fine brother. But
that's what I think he look like. I think SBK is handsome. Okay, but Dr. Umar is fine. Okay. Dr. Umar, but I will say this. I heard he don't clean up, okay? He like to sacrifice chickens, and I'm going to hold my tongue about what I think about that, because like he said, I ain't trying to offend nobody now, okay?
Well,
but,
like a dirty Jolly Green Giant to me.
Yeah, what?
Man, he is not the business. And I love me a chocolate.
And just carry you around all through the house. Throw you on the table a little bit.
No, that's how look, first of all, I have seen pictures of SBK. He's cut. That man ain't nothing cut about him. That's flab everywhere.
Nothing cut on that.
Wait, is he tall or short?
So you can get some.
Is he tall or short? Well, I'm gonna say we ain't got to ask no more questions because the lady say, he ain't really working with none, which I think she might be just lying just a little bit because you can't be lying and scamming like that and you ain't really got nothing down there.
Nothing she say anyway because she having mad day right now, so she's irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, you should have called him out when you found out whatever you found out about him. You should have called him. So don't come back and telling us now about what's going on with him now because we're not interested in nothing you have to say, ma'am.
She was
exactly. That's all I'm saying.
I walk in a man's house and they look like the way she said is. It ain't no way I'm deep throating or anything with that man.
Okay. We walk in the house and it's sacrificed chickens and dead flies and horde everywhere. What I'm getting on my knees for? Okay, I'm out. I'm done.
He's sitting over there looking greasy and dirty and nasty and her ain't calm and shit.
He looks like he don't bathe.
It do look
you
like
think he looks like he don't bathe?
Yes,
he looks like he does not bathe.
He's never exfoliated his skin at all.
Okay.
And if you look at it when he's standing up and you look at the way he look, if he turns sideways, you can see a mile of stomach. So under the stomach there's a
mile of stomach.
Not a mile of stomach. What's wrong with his little pudgy pudge? It could be something, down there. I'm screaming.
Well,
he's like 9 months pregnant. And men like that, they got rolls.
I'm screaming.
When they got rolls, you gotta use a jack, one of them little small jacks to jack it up and just find it.
I can't stand Miss Roxy right now. She got me on the floor.
Oh my God.
I can't breathe, y'all. I can't breathe.
They call it all they talking about this looks bad. I just said the brother, I like chocolate, but that ain't it.
That
ain't it. That ain't the business.
Back to this throat goat stuff,
Throat goat.
I'm just saying. I go on mute.
No, SBK, you right, man. You right. I keep saying it's rare when you'll meet a girl who got skill like that. I know. It's rare.
Really? Wow.
Really? You ain't been around too much, have you?
Oh, damn.
No, I've been around now.
He said, I've been around.
Even the pros don't got skill like that.
Who?
Even the pros, the professionals don't got skill like that.
I mean,
I
if he
forgot.
ain't
I
working with
forgot
a
you
lot,
know.
it's not like she had to do too much.
Right.
Daddy
That
ain't
part.
working with a lot.
That part.
Okay, it ain't like she got to be professional with it.
Right.
Man, you
Right.
get with the right woman. There's gonna be some women out here that's gonna show you something to make you put your thumb in your mouth and call for your mama. So you might want to back off on that line.
Nah, see, at this point, this is where I just listen to the men. The men all say it for the most part.
What?
All I
Men
gotta
been
say,
saying it for decades.
I'm just
oh,
saying, maybe I don't know, but if he ain't working with much, anybody can be a throat goat for him.
Right?
If that's the case.
I said what I said. You
That part,
crazy?
and then
That's
some.
right. That's what I said. If he ain't working with a lot, it ain't like you got to be all that.
You best say it, sis,
But
okay? Because
once
it don't take
again,
much when
but
you
once
ain't got
again, I don't want to hear
much.
shit from her. I don't want to hear nothing because she didn't say nothing when she was throat goating him. So don't say nothing
Facts,
now. Hell,
You,
facts,
in my opinion.
facts.
I'm with you when you're right, sis.
Yeah, you was okay with the flies, the sacrificing. You was okay with all of
he
it.
was changing his mama's diapers.
Right.
Okay?
You
Yeah,
know
she
what I'm
was cool
saying?
with
I'm
all
like,
of it until he
I'm
got
like, did
called
you?
out.
I'm like, did she think to, maybe help clean up, do something, especially if see, I'm thinking like this because of the granny. Okay, y'all know how I am about granny. That's why I said, wait a minute, he's scamming granny. Okay, I don't like that. Right?
Yes,
But
he's
listen,
coming his mama. Yeah.
But
so
I don't like it when somebody leaves somebody and then they want to talk about them. I don't like that shit.
yeah, that's why I said I
Because
don't
Yeah.
like smash and
Yeah.
bash.
you was with them and you were okay with it when you were with them. So don't talk about them when you leave them. Just let it
Exactly.
go.
That's the reason why I think the weakest thing that a man can do is if you did private things with a woman that you was involved with, and then y'all break up and y'all have do whatever, and then you come out to start like this dude talking about how her cooter is stinking and all that type of stuff or whatever. Well, you was in that stinking cooter, you know what I'm saying? So
Knee
that
deep.
to me, when a man goes out and you have to go out of your way because a woman done pissed you off to the point that you exposing what y'all
And
do.
a woman, throw a woman in there too, because she doing the same
Correct.
thing.
Women
Correct.
do that too, but I think it's very weak on a man's part or whatever to sit there because you was in that nasty cooler, so to speak.
But
You know what
let
I'm
me.
saying? Women do the same
I'm
thing.
gonna
Just
say
like
this.
she was
I'm
in
gonna say
that
this real quick.
nasty.
I'm gonna say this real quick. Now,
Go ahead.
we
Go ahead.
never would have knew about Miss Siobhan Stone, and if it wasn't for Dr. Umar going online saying
Right.
that this
Mm.
woman frauded him, scammed him, stole his
Right.
money, they both wasn't saying nothing about nothing.
Right.
He started it first.
He
Then
started.
she just followed up.
That's
So
true.
I'm gonna
He
give
did
her
start it.
I'm gonna give her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say
Oh,
she
so
didn't
this was
come
her.
first.
Yes,
He
this
Yeah.
was
started
her
this first.
clapback.
He
Yeah.
said she stole his money. She scammed him, and then that's when he started calling her the throat goat. That's when he said her innards smelled like every fish in the sea. That's
Yeah.
when he drug her. She didn't come out first.
Right.
That
I
he
mean,
He
was
never said
waddling
nothing.
in.
got down.
Well, he was waddling, smelling, sniffing, scratching, and all of that. And both of them was. And so at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit from neither one of them at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
I forgot about that part that she
Yeah,
not she that he
she
came out first.
responded. He came out
Yeah.
first. He just responded.
Yeah, I forgot. But okay, I'm gonna
He
say
gave
this.
her
Okay.
He gave her government name.
But listen, see, now we know he really guilty. If that's what he said, you know what I'm saying. First, now we know he guilty. Okay, now we know the truth.
But see, you got to remember now. He accused. What's the name of E? What's the name of that guy that me and you watch that we be binge
Lennon
watching?
Honor. Lennon
Yeah,
Honor.
Leonard Arnold. Leonard was the one he calls Dr. Bussy.
Yeah,
He's trying
Bussy.
to say the P word, but he don't call her the P word, so he put B in front of it. And they
Okay,
call
Dr.
her
Bussy.
Medea.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Medea.
And call her Medea. And said that those two were trying to they was trying to go into his account, fraudulent into his account. And that's when all of that came out. But see, um, the gentleman told on him too, because he doxed him and had people he threatened him and his wife. He said, now
Yep.
you can threaten me all day long, but when you come from my family, then we got a problem.
Yep. He did. He tried to dox. Well, he did dox Lennon and his
Yep,
family.
doxed him and gave out his phone number, gave out his wife's phone number, her job,
Where?
and his
Yep.
address.
Everything.
everything for the people to come after him. So that's why he came out with all the information on him that he come out with, because you know, he said, you know, I have my right to have my opinion, but when you start putting my family at jeopardy, there's a problem.
Right. Okay.
Now I'm gonna say this. Oh,
go
my
ahead.
bad.
No,
I was just gonna say this real quick, and because y'all was talking about, oh, he don't take care of his kids. Okay, listen. Okay, he told the little girl, okay, who's my age. All right, I think she a couple years younger than me. I think she about 25. But listen, he said, let's meet at lunch. Let's meet at lunch in private. What she do? Okay, she came on, you know, Instagram, cussing them out. Now remember, I had beef with my father. I never had beef with my mother. Okay, out in the open in the public. But you know, I tried it with my dad. Okay, and me and my daddy we have similar. I'm the exact image. Okay, and person out. What they say? My father spit me out. Okay, so check it. Okay, if my daddy would have, you know, got on Facebook where we was beefing at and said, you know, Kiki, let's go to lunch and discuss it, okay, in private. Me, you, you know, and your squad, which was everybody else, right? I would have took that.
Okay, there you go.
I would have took that. So, although he may have been a trash father in the past, I feel he attempted, you know, to be like, let's, you know, reconcile. But she was still disrespectful and wild, you know. So all of that, you know, and I do believe that, you know, the mamas, baby mamas, you know, because apparently he got good chongo stick. And when he say he don't want to be with people no more, they want to come outside and tell all his business, okay? So I believe, you know, his side of the story, you know, about the baby mamas and stuff. I do, okay? And I believe that he tried to make it right with her in that moment, but she wasn't going. Some people say I'm crazy, and I just believe everything narcissistic people say. And maybe that's true, okay? I don't know. I'll never know. But I do believe his side of the story on that much, okay?
So you believe... Oh, go ahead. Was somebody about to speak? I guess not. So you believe that there was some credence to what Dr. Umar had to say about his daughter, that it didn't take all that for her to put him on blast like that. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much. Well, no, I think the putting him on blast is what maybe made him double think. Now, I'm not telling nobody do what I did, but that's what I did. Okay, I put my daddy on blast, and I got a couple apologies. Okay, of course, after some cussing out, but that's what I did. And when he extended the olive branch and when he apologized, and I'm not saying it was all on him because it took a long time. I'm gonna say maybe about 2 years after I had my second child, you know, when we really, you know, sat down and talked, and I apologized for being disrespectful. You know, we cried. Literally, this all happened. My daddy cried, I cried, you know, we hugged, and, you know, we settled it. You know, it wasn't outside people. It was my husband, my mama, his mama, you know. One day I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story. But yeah, you know, I think sometimes that's what, you know, you gotta be a little humble and say, okay, at least he trying, because that's what I had to do, you know.
Yeah, but
You know?
it's not his decision to make that decision for her. If he hasn't been a father for her, and she's disappointed in him and she's mad, maybe she just met him just to get that off of her chest. And so those are the consequences that you have to face when you're not taking care of your business. Because if he had been a father the whole entire time, maybe that scenario wouldn't have happened. However, it's still not his decision of whenever she gets over whatever it is that she get over. If it took him 10 years or 15 years to get in contact with her, well, then he may want to think about the fact it may take her 10 or 15 years to get over the fact that he wasn't in her life. So whenever she decides that she wants to accept him, that's on her, and it's not his call. He don't have any control of that.
I can agree with that, but if that's her whole complaint is and was, you know, he wasn't around woo 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 out the bam. Now, mind you, same complaint here, but when he extended, like, okay, this is what we can do, you know, to solve this problem. If that's really what you wanted, which is what I wanted, when they're offering it to you, take it. I feel like she's just out here for clout and attention and just to bash him because he is the Dr. Umar. That's really how I feel about it. Because if you want a relationship with your father, you know, forget social media clout. Forget who all riding on your bandwagon. It's people, you know, that literally helped raise me. That's still beefing or I got an issue with my daddy because he wasn't there, but he's here now. He's here for his grandkids now. I'm not finna, you know, still be on, you know, 10 and 1,000 because of the past. I have opportunity to make it right. And if, like I said, my father said, Kiki, come to the house for Christmas, bring my grandbaby, okay, and let's settle this. Right? Right? So it started there. It has to start somewhere. You just can't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait another, you know, 3, 4 decades. And that's just my opinion. You know, once she, this is what I'm saying. Once she came outside on him and got the response she was looking for, which is his attention. If she really wanted it, she would have took it instead of still being out here talking about so she bleeding and ain't got no pads and her daddy ain't gonna give her no money. You could have had that money had you went to that lunch, is what I'm saying.
Maybe she would have, and maybe she wouldn't have not.
Right.
It could have been the fact that he just wanted to look a certain way in the public, but behind the scenes he's a total different person. So we really don't know what his intentions were.
But sis, we not gonna.
I understand. Hold on, I'll let you speak. Let me speak.
Go ahead.
The whole thing about it is everybody don't have the same attitude that you have about their parents, and we don't know what it is that she had to go through without him being there. So if she feel a little hurt, like I said, give her some time to heal. That's not his call. It's her call of when she want to forgive him. And like I said, with him being who he is, so manipulative, I wouldn't put it past him just to say that in public, just to turn around in private and spit in her face. So I don't know if I believe him or not.
Right. And you don't even. Oh.
I would agree with all of that if she would have went to the lunch and came back and told us what happened. But see, it didn't even happen. She didn't even take the lunch. She didn't even go.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and this is coming from a place of I've been there with things like that, where my father was, you know, he would call and say, you know, I'm gonna meet you here, or he'll call and say, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that. And then it doesn't happen. So how do you know that just because he quote unquote said that he would have even showed up? Maybe she's been through that with him before and she wasn't falling for it.
Oh, okay. Same here. Everything you just said, Eve. Literally. I what did I tell y'all? So after I had my second child, so that's what, 2 years later, okay. I guess you can say I decided to trust. Okay. Have I been disappointed? Yes, but you know, that's life or whatever. All I'm saying is I don't believe that she really wants a relationship with her dad, only because it's like a lot of us out here who wish our dad would be like, oh, you know, let's do this. You know, the first time y'all into it or when y'all beefing or whatever, you know, because I don't know everybody's, you know, I'm just talking about myself and what I saw in comment section. Okay. And it's like, she's still out here, you know, on this, you know, pity me train. And how I'm looking at it is as well, if you, I just feel like she just likes to bash him and take all her frustrations out for the attention and the acknowledgement of the public, but she doesn't really want to fix it. That's really how I feel. Now, I can understand it's hard to trust the person, the very first man ever on earth who broke your heart. I can understand that, right? But when he did say, okay, you know, let's do this, she was still cussing the man out. And it's like people expect him to be like begging her to be in his life when he been out here chilling without her this whole time. So I'm not really blaming him for saying, okay, I tried, forget it. Whatever. Y'all saw I tried, right? That's what I'm saying. I feel like if she would have at least just took his the opportunity up and then, you know, some messed up stuff happened, it's like then okay, now we can be on your side. But everything that they're saying that's happening is happening behind closed doors, and there's two sides to every story. You know, only thing we know is that he a scammer.
But he should beg her. If he's the one who left her, then he should beg her and try to get her back. Yeah, he should.
Oh, well.
He's the father. She's not the father. He is. He's the one who abandoned her. He was the one that wasn't there for her. So why would you expect her to just be Johnny on the spot just because he said, "Baby, come on, let Daddy take you to lunch," when Daddy done said he was
Because
going to do
that
that so many times?
because
I,
that's her
I never,
complaint, sis, that her daddy wasn't there. So if you want him to be there and he say, "Come on, let's go have lunch," why now all of a sudden you about to play the cat and mouse game when you said that that's what you wanted in the first place? This is what I
because
be talking about.
some people like to get revenge, and if she's young, that's just where she's at. And so until she decides that she want him in her life for real, then he played games with her. So now let the games begin. Now she want to play games with him, and I don't
Well,
see nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna say this much. I'm gonna just say this. That's not what I did. I'm not gonna lie and act like I didn't put my daddy through hell because I did. But when I was really like, okay, you know, this is my father, wasn't no playing games and trying to get back at him. Like for what? Like I don't understand that. I'm gonna say I don't feel sorry for her. Okay, she the one out here homeless, hungry, and ain't got no, feminine products and expecting the man she cussing out every other day and every time she go live to do something for her. And I ain't mad at him for not, because you're too disrespectful and you just lying and you just won't clap. That's it. That's all.
Damn. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen on the panel, let's shift gears here. And I'm glad that y'all on this panel for this right here, because I really want y'all opinion about this. All right, we got a new poll in the chat, right? And the poll in the chat. Oh, I done lost it. I don't even got it. Hold on. Let me see if I can catch it here. Hold on. I'm gonna read it to y'all if I can get it. Sis, you got it? Do you got it? I don't have it.
Yeah, I have it.
Go ahead and get
You
it.
can't see it anymore?
I can't see it on my end.
Okay. The poll question is, do you think women 35 plus should lower their standards to find love? Yes, dating is harder at 35 plus. No, standards should stay. Adjust, but don't settle. Or standards fade, love lasts.
All right, I got this. I got your thing queued up, sis. So y'all, I want y'all to listen to this, all right? And I really want, especially y'all on the panel right now, I want y'all to listen to this. And I want y'all's reaction, all right? And I want y'all to, I want y'all's opinion. I really want y'all's opinion. So, and here we go.
Maybe you and one or two other women, right?
Oh, I know why it's no sound to it. Gosh darn it. That's not it. I got no sound to it.
You gotta click the thing. Scroll up. There you go. There you go.
I am not. Maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
I got no sound to
Well,
it.
honey, I know you are attracted to me.
We can hear it.
And is it too high? Y'all too emotional.
Yes.
Damaged good from past
I am
relationship.
not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged. You see, because
let's talk about this on Tapping.
Maybe you and
did y'all hear that? Y'all hear all of it?
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I watched it when she put the clip out.
Right. So, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Somebody chime in. Queen to Queen says no.
No.
Well, I want to know who's going to even date Trick Daddy that's under 35, first of all. With his Capricorn face. Okay.
You know that man.
Right. Like, dude, you're not a high value dude. I don't care if you are a rapper, you still not high valued in my opinion. However, I answered that you should adjust, but still keep your standards, because in today's time, dating is different than it was back in the day. And so you do have to try to keep up with what the modern men are doing and what's going on today. But I still don't think you ought to let your standards down. And your standards are your standards. So if you let your standards down and you date somebody and you want to be in a full-fledged relationship with them, it's not going to last and you're not going to be happy because you're not getting what you want out of the relationship. So I see it being pointless if you're going to let everything go with what you believe in and what you desire out of a relationship. So to me, it's pointless if you let all your standards down and just date anybody just so that you can say you have a date, or just so you can say you're in a relationship, or so on and so forth.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mr. Lionel, because Lionel, you was waiting for this one.
You got to give me a second.
Okay,
you weigh in.
Anybody? If anybody ain't gonna go, I'll go right quick and y'all can go. Well, go ahead, go, ladies, gentlemen. Okay, I'll go ahead. And
Okay.
Go.
No, I got this. Like sis said, okay, who wants to date barbecue, burnt up, James Brown looking, okay, can't keep it up, okay, this ain't the 90s, okay, well, was it the early 2000s? You don't know that, okay, you ain't got it no more, okay, because after 50, okay, it don't be doing what it's supposed to do anyway, and in the 40s, you're struggling, to keep it up, all right, all right, so all this, women dating after 35, according to statistics, okay, and most, testimonials of women over 35, that's when we really want to do it. So why these, grown old men, dusty, crusty, think they got something going on. Oh, I want to be with somebody younger. It's just because don't nobody want to hear all that BS that y'all be spitting, acting like y'all got something going on and doing more and is more than what you actually are. Let's keep it all the way real. Okay, because you can manipulate, young women. What I just say, everybody, say I'm crazy because I believe everything narcissistic people say. All right. But a mature, okay, strong woman, all right, ain't going for none of that. And that's just the problem. And she don't want no noodle, okay, no little hot dog anyway. So I think, keep your standards, get you a nice young man, and let these old men, think they doing something with these young girls. And when they eating noodles and flaming hot and, Alfredo and Chef Boyardee, for lunch, dinner, and breakfast, then they'll see who the problem is. Okay. And it's not women over 35. I'm 31. I'll be there soon. So I'm defending future self. Okay.
All right.
63, I need Timberlands and Timberland boots and tennis shoes. That's it for me.
Oh, you're not the only one, Miss Fox. And somebody else, they want some Timberlands and a YN too. I ain't YNs with Timberlands. I ain't gonna name no names. I said,
Oh no, sweetie, I was just trolling you. Trust me when I tell you that. I don't want no Timberlands because I'll be trying to tell Timberlands what to do. I don't have time to go tell them to go take the damn trash out. So no, sir, thank you, but no thanks.
I think I'm talking about when I say Timberlands tennis shoes around 50 years old, between 50 and 60. Not
okay. I'm gonna say this. Everybody got a preference. That's your preference. That's your preference. I would say my preference, if I was still out in the dating world, there's no way I'm dating any man over 65, 75 years old. That is not happening for me. And that's a preference. I would not. I have no attraction. I'm not interested. It doesn't float my boat. The smell of being gay, possible being gay, the wrinkleness of it all. I'm not attracted. So, if that floats his boat.
Well, when you tell where needle deedles and all that, you ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for it.
I'm different. I don't mind a cat daddy, so I'm good.
What's a cat daddy?
You said a cat daddy. That's what they call them, cat daddies. Okay, I did not know that. Well, I can't do no cat daddy.
Okay, now my cat daddy divided between the age of 50 and 60. Now, if you get over 60 and you ain't no cat daddy no more, you just a daddy. That's it. You ain't even cat no more. There ain't no more cat there. Nobody got time for needle deedles and all that.
I just remember when I was younger in my 20s, like older men used to try to flirt with me. Like, I want to say, and I would consider them older, 55, 65 back then. I'm in my early 20s. And I just did not, no, I did not see. In fact, okay, to be clear, to be honest, 55 and 65 looked different back then too. Okay. And when I was 20 something, 55, 65, they was wearing polyester pants, suspenders, them what do you call them? The Stetson hat.
Wait.
I am hollering. hey, that sound like SBK. That sound like SBK.
The shade of it all. The shade.
They look every bit of 65. They wasn't going to the gym. They had the pot belly. They worked hard.
Oh yeah.
So
did. They was in Cadillac.
But you guys got to understand.
They was in Cadillac.
But you guys have to understand nowadays, 60 is the new 50 now.
That's what I said. When I was 25.
Yeah, when you were 20, yeah, but
I wasn't, no.
Yeah. But even if I was 20, I wouldn't be looking at an older man like that. But I've never dated anybody that's younger than me. I just never have. I've never been attracted to anybody that was younger than me. I've always dated older because I just, like the way older men act. Now, when I was in my 20s, I wasn't with nobody. And when I say older, I'm talking about 3 to 5 years. Not 20 or 30 years older.
Right.
Oh, you played it safe.
Okay. That's not a problem.
Now, me being 63, about to be 64. Like you said, back then, some of them have, because of health-wise, have gave themselves away with health-wise. That's why it's not prudent for me. Now, if I can find me a brother that can got some swag with him now, and that's in his 60s, he might have some play. I just got to back it up on and see what he's working with. But other than that,
I knew she was gonna say it. Oh Lord, I knew she was gonna say it. Just like I said, I had to back it up on him, see what he working with.
Okay, I want to say this. So he's saying he don't want to deal with anybody older 30 or what's
over
35?
35, over 35.
Okay. Let me play the devil's advocate. Okay. I think one of the reasons why he's saying that is because it's back to what we was talking about. Was last week before last, whatever. We're talking about baggage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, talk about baggage. When you're an older woman, and you're
setting your ways.
You're setting your ways. Your kids are already grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are already grown, perhaps. You've been married, maybe a time or two, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying you've been around the block, but you game recognize game, right? So I think
bye.
Let me finish.
Vaz ain't even letting you get your.
She ain't even let me finish. So game recognize game. So I think this dude is like, I think these older guys, man, are so. It's like the Shannon Sharp effect. You know what I'm saying? These dudes. Well, Trick Daddy ain't nothing like Shannon Sharp. Trick Daddy, he needs to sit down somewhere. But I think these older dudes are after these younger women to manipulate and so forth, possibly. You know what I mean? So they don't want somebody that's established. They don't want somebody that'll recognize their ish. You know what I'm saying? So in their minds, hey, I can spit game to them. You know what I mean? I could break them off a little bit of change. they do whatever I want them to do, since I am breaking them off some change. You know what I mean? So that's the way I think maybe he's thinking that way. Now he's basically talking about they've came with emotional baggage, they've came with, you know, a lot of trauma and all that type of stuff. But I think Trick is still living in. Vaughn is right. I think Trick is still living in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Trick is just, you know what I'm saying, he's one of those guys, man, that just, you know, he's
gonna die old and alone. Okay,
He ain't
still
gonna
calling
die
himself
alone.
Trick Daddy.
As long as he got some bread to spit in, he gonna have something sitting up underneath him.
right.
Right.
You know?
Well,
It sound like he wanna stay a Trick, in my opinion.
Yes, he
look, ain't no. First of all, red flag. How old is Trick Daddy? Okay, because I ain't trying to slander nobody, but I'm gonna say this:
Trick is
65 years old, still calling yourself Trick Daddy is a red flag for any young girl. Okay, I'm gonna help the sisters out. Okay, Ron, he gonna give you worms, girl. Okay, remember when they used to say that about old men, young women? Run.
He's 52. Trick Daddy is 52.
Oh, he's 52. See, red flag. You over 50 still calling yourself Trick Daddy. What is up with that? Whose father are you really? Okay, do he got kids?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
What's up?
But let me say this here. I'm gonna say this here. You know, a lot of women say that what you're talking about, Vaughn. They say, "Oh, I never, you know, talk to no older man and so forth and so on." Look here, man. You'll be amazed. A lot of these women out here, man. They especially the. How many times have I said you can be all you can be online? You can be all you can be online. Well, let me finish this. Let me finish.
Okay, all right. My bad.
You gotta land.
Let me land my plane. Let me land my plane. I promise I'll let you talk. You'll be amazed how a lot of people, you can be all you can be online, right? A lot of these women today, they talk a good game about what you're talking about, Vaughn. So I would never talk to a man that's older than me and all this type of stuff. I done seen so many times where women, they want certain men, they want a certain type and so forth and so on. But then a dude sit there and talk game to you, or they say they got this, they do that, or whatever, end up talking to the guy or whatever, end up giving the cooter to the guy, you know what I'm saying? And all of what you said you weren't going to do, you're doing, you know what I mean? So that goes to show that, you know, when you got a good mouth game, and no pun intended, mouth game, if you got a good speaking game, charisma and so forth, and you talking a woman out of their panties or whatever, that all of your so-called type, all that shit goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about that. I done seen people online here. How many times have you seen people online here, these dudes online, they crash out, they're disrespectful, right? They're disrespectful. They look like bums and so forth and so on. And there's a lot of beef online, and these women talk to these certain said individuals, and they end up getting disrespected themselves. You know what I'm saying? End up getting disrespected, cussed out, whatever. You know what I mean? So that goes to show that a lot of people say they won't do certain things, and they end up doing it. Go ahead, Vaughn. I'll go on mute.
Okay, for one, okay, I guess you're forgetting about my little story time that I had up here, okay, about the old man who wanted Vaughn to envision herself living in his house, okay. Vaughn said, you old, okay, I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I was, okay, but you old and you talking about, you know, babies and, you know, and you know, can you see yourself living here? But you old, sir. You're old. Okay. All right. You're old. And what I envisioned was I'm gonna, you know, settle down with this old man who didn't live his life. Okay. I wasn't just talking about Cadillacs to be talking about. Okay. I was into Cadillacs, right? So it's not that, I just ain't never did it. It's, you know, these old dudes want young girls, for like what y'all just said, to be taken care of, you know. And I just don't think it's a good idea because, you know, what am I, 31 now? And my husband is 34. I'd rather, I made my decision when I got with my husband on who I wanted to give children to. And, if I'm going to waste some time and some years, at least I can grow old with this man versus this man. Okay. I done been with my husband long enough to where when we're, old, it's like, you know what, I've been with him for a long time. Of course I'll take care of him. I want him to take care of me if I'm old and can't do nothing. But why is my little young self finna go be with this old man because he didn't, messed up with women his age, you know, and you reaching back, the whole 30 years and 20 years, behind you to get somebody because you messed up, trying to play games and you still playing games. Because now you finna die and leave me with these kids, or you finna die and just leave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's all I'm saying.
So you mean to tell me you ain't gonna be Karushi with Deion Sanders? You ain't doing that?
No, because you gotta, like, seriously, and I'm really not being funny. It sounds good, but I'm an overthinker, and it's like you're old. You know, I can't bring you around my family. You know, you a trick. I guess you could say I'm a trick. We both tricks. This ain't no real relationship. This is not real. So I'm not fit to invest, my youth, taking care of you at the end of your life. And I'm not saying he was that old, y'all, but that's really how I was looking at it. I'm not stupid, even though I was a little stupid, but I was wanting and willing. It don't matter. But it's like, no, I'm not finna just be with you and miss out on all these other men, because then messed up with women your own age. Like, let's just keep it real. You selling me sweet dreams and, whispering sweet nothings, because, okay, yeah, I was going just a little bit, but it's like, wait a minute. Can I imagine myself living here cooking for you? What? I don't know how to cook. Like, it was like that.
Well, thank God you didn't have no kids, because they would have been looking like Benjamin Button.
Okay, girl, I almost caught. Look, sis, I almost caught worms. You know what I'm saying? I almost had a problem.
But let me just say this though, I got some news for Trick Daddy, because that's exactly what my father did. He got a woman that was 40 years younger than him. Now he's very, very ill, and what did she do? She left him. She left him to fend for himself, and that's what a lot of young women will do. And I don't blame her for leaving him, because I wouldn't want to take care of an old ass man either. But what she did was she got the best years of him, spent all the money that she could spend that he could make, and now that he's sick and old and feeble, she just left him by the wayside, and now she living her best life with another man that's closer to her age. And that's the risk that you're gonna take as an older man trying to get with a woman that's 35 years old, because like Bun said, they gonna, they'll have some fun and you can pay them and all of that, but one day you're gonna get closer and closer to 100, and the closer you get to 100, the less active you're gonna be, and the more susceptible is to be for you to catch some type of disease or illness, or you may have some health issues. And there are a few people that don't experience that, but for the majority, especially for a black man, because we don't take care of ourselves good enough when we get older. So most of the time, black men and women, when they get older, they're sick. And so my father is a prime example of that. And he got kicked right to the curb and got left by himself, and now he's in a nursing home. And she just bought her new man just bought her a new house.
Oh my God.
And she living her best. And she living her best life. But that's my dad's fault. He shouldn't have did that. Why would you give with somebody 40 years younger than you? Because that's the risk that you're gonna have to take.
Oh, one day I'm gonna tell y'all a story. That is not too far from my story. Good Lord. You right. You are so right. What did a brilliant say? She said, some be diamonds in the rough. My homegirl just was blessed with one. Had a kid, they married, and they are on their third property purchase. And he still look good and treats her amazing. So be careful counting. All right. Be careful.
It depends on the man too. You know, if you got a man that's well established and he's out here really working and he has really established something, he has some age on him. He retired. He has, he's got still got some go get him in him, and not sitting around moaning and groaning and acting like he got one foot on the banana, the other one in the grave. Yeah, you might have something there. But when you got a man or woman that got one foot on banana, another one in the grave, you 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 subject to what you get. And some older men wants to get with a younger woman to feel young again. They lonely. They want to, so they won't feel, like they can't, they're not a man anymore. And that's understandable. You don't want to not feel like a man, but you have to also face your limitations. So, you're gonna have to think about your limitations too.
Facts.
If you got some women out here that's still vibrant and still, got it going on in the bedroom, you don't want to go chasing after them because they're gonna look for you to be able to do the same thing in the bedroom. And if you're incapable of doing that, then you need to get a woman that's, they have, we women go through the change of life. Some women don't want to have sex. You got some women that do want to have sex. The women that don't want to have the sex, that's the ones you run after because you can't do it either. But the ones that can, that's not the ones you want to run after. I'm just saying. That's the facts of life.
Yeah, but what
I'm
about
just
the people
saying.
that is making it? Because just 3 months ago, my father was still working. All of a sudden, he went down like almost in one day. So it's still a gamble that you're taking when you're an older person trying to deal with a younger person. So in my opinion, it's not a good idea if you want somebody that that's gonna take care of you and that will ride it out. Like Vaughn said, she would ride it out with her husband. Most young women are not going to ride it out with you like that, especially if they haven't spent a long period of time with you. They don't feel any
Right.
obligation to you.
That's true. Now, like my husband, before he passed away, it was a 5 years difference with us. He had baggage, I had baggage, but we moved past that baggage, and we met, had a 22-year, love life. But not every, but now it took me about, let me see, he died in 2013. It took me till 2019 to get over his death. Now I'm out here and I'm dating, and it's very hard for somebody like me that's still vibrant to find a man that ain't got a foot on the banana and the other one in the grave. I'm sorry, I don't need no man like that. I still like to go and do things. I don't like to sit in the house and moan and groan with you. You the moan and groaner, not me. Now I
Hmm.
cook for you, clean for you, do your laundry. We can go and do some things. I make sure you eat. You're gonna eat good. You're gonna have a good breakfast. You're gonna have a good lunch. You're gonna have a good dinner. Just like I cooked tonight. I'm cooking like I'm cooking for a man. I did some turkey wings, potato salad, yams, and cornbread, and some string beans. But
I'm
ain't
hungry
nobody
right
here but
now.
me. But that's my dinner for the night, and I got some leftover for tomorrow.
Oh
I
wow.
need to come to your
All
house.
I'm yeah, look,
Oh
look, yeah. All I'm gonna say is, okay, um, I ain't riding it out with nobody who didn't help, create these kids over here, you know. And I'm just gonna keep it all the way real, okay? That's a you and you problem unless Jesus put it on my heart, to do different. But me and my husband could divorce today. If something was wrong with him, you know, of course, he ain't got no lady around to, you know, if he want me
Take
around, I'm gonna
care of
say
him.
that. Yeah, but if he wanted me to, take care of him, he ain't got nobody, I'll be there. But that's about it,
Okay.
okay? I ain't doing it for nobody else, cause for what? Unless, like I say, Jesus tell me, go on over there and help.
all
Let's
I
say
got.
I was
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, Miss
say
Foxy.
I was raised. Look, I was raised by my mother and my grandmother and my family, the women in my family, the older women in my family. You take care of your man. You make sure your man is appreciated, and so you do what you have to do for your man. And I mean, if he come in the door and he it look like he about to fall on the floor, you meet him at the door and help him to the seat and tell him it's gonna be all right, baby. You're gonna, when you get yourself together, go on upstairs to clean yourself up or go around the corner to the bedroom, but give him some time to get in the door. Greet him, kiss him, let him know that you love him, let him know that he's appreciated. But a lot of young women now don't do that. They just go ahead and let the man come in. Well, you didn't answer my call today. You didn't do. No, older men don't want that with a woman. He really don't want that. And he talking about getting the women around the 35 and 40. These women around 35 and 40 ain't thinking about that. They thinking about your pockets and how soon you gonna die so they can get your money. I mean, I'm just being honest. There are a lot of women I have talked to that, they're talking about they trying to find an older man that he already, ain't got no wife, his kids are grown. He ain't in their lives like that. They ain't in his life like that. So they trying to hook up with him. So when he passed away, they can get that money.
Let's go back. Put that back up there. I got a question for Jimbo. Jimbo, you wear Timberlands? Jimbo, you like them Timberlands? You wear them Timberlands? Jimbo,
I want to talk about this cooking too. I want to talk about this cooking too. I said what I said. Can you cook hot water cornbread?
Yes, SBK. I can cook anything I want to cook.
I just want to know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
My sis say she ain't looking for no man. She ain't looking for no garden. She ain't looking for none of that.
I don't know what Foxy talking about because anybody that I get with, I'm gonna put an insurance policy on you. So I'm gonna just put that out there.
Right. She said I'm gonna put an
That's
insurance
right.
policy.
Okay. You looking for pockets.
And look, and I'm, I'm like Hattie. I'm looking for benefits.
Oh, damn.
All the way around benefits, not just money benefits. I'm looking for benefits, period. Now, you can take it any way you want to. That's what I'm looking for, benefits.
Oh, damn.
Look who's coming to dinner, naughty dreadlock.
Hey, he said, nope, I don't wear Timberlands. He don't wear no Timberlands. I'm sorry, Miss Foxy Roxy. He don't wear Timberlands.
But at the end of the day, though, you have to have an insurance policy on whoever you with, young or old, because anybody can clock out at any time, and there's no need and there's no sense in you having to give up your livelihood just because your spouse clocked out, and that goes for man and woman. So, I always
transactions now.
Huh?
So you're doing transactions now?
I've always done transactions, Foxy. You must didn't hear my story.
Wait a minute. Remember what the other guy said? He said, let me tell you transactions. So you looking for transactions. You're not looking for love. You're looking for transactions.
Marriage is a contract, and that's a transaction. So at the end of the day, you better try to set yourself up, because at the end of the day, you may not want to get married again if your spouse clocked out, and that's man or woman. I highly advise everybody to do that, just to set yourself up, and that way that you won't have to move out of whatever house that y'all in case somebody clock out. That's all I'm saying. It's not about trying to make money off of them or what have you. But why should you downgrade your lifestyle just because that person is not around anymore?
Absolutely. And if you own that house, make sure you put it in a living trust.
Well, it's not. It's also not fair. It's also not fair whenever you clock out of here and you leave that burden to your loved one or whatever. You know what I mean? They trying to scramble, trying to bury you, and you trying to make ends meet. That's another reason.
But black people frown on you when you say stuff like that, because they look at you like you're trying to make a transaction. But I guarantee you, Becky with the good hair, she got insurance on her husband, baby. Trust me.
Exactly. That part.
Okay, baby.
Yeah.
That's that New Orleans, baby.
Baby. Yeah, I'm just saying, so we need to learn how to set ourselves up just like they set themselves up. Okay.
No, they got that name as the beneficial for the pension and the Social Security and the life insurance policy. They got all three benefits locked up. So
and especially if you got some kids, like, what are you gonna do?
That part.
You got some kids and your husband clock out. What are you gonna do? So those are things that we should be thinking about when we do get into a relationship. So these dudes talking about prenup. What the hell with a prenup? I need an insurance policy.
That part.
Now, I had a guy I was dating. It was a while back, and I was going through. I had to go to the bank and I had to deal with some, my life insurance policy. Once he found out how much life insurance policy I had, he was like, "Oh, I've been thinking that maybe we need to get married." I said, "No, we're not." So when I got back home, by the time he came out of the bathroom, he had to run to the bathroom. I had all this shit packed, and it was at the door.
Damn. How long was he in the bathroom? Or he just didn't have that much?
He didn't have that much because
Okay.
you ain't gonna put your shoes under my bed yet.
She
It's gonna
put
be
them
a
little
while.
five pair of pants and 2 shirts up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Took about the dirty clothes here for you. So here.
Look,
Take your
right
shit.
there at the door. Didn't take much. I moved fast, and I had him at the door. And when he came out of the bathroom, there you go. He's like, "What you mean? Out the door?" Because you wouldn't talk about marriage. Let's see how far it goes. Blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, when you heard my life insurance policy, first of all, it wasn't for you anyway. You're not the beneficiary, and you ain't showed me where for you putting your name on my policy.
Ooh, damn. Oh
Oh,
my.
I know, I know. When it comes to money, I don't play with my money. When it comes to my money, I don't play with my money. If you show me that you about me and you truly about me, then I will put you on that. If you feel like I'm worthy of you, then that's the difference. But if you're showing me that I'm not worthy of you, you ain't putting your John Hancock on shit.
Okay,
I'll put
y'all
it
see.
down there for your Donald Duck.
Okay, do y'all see the other poll? All right, here's another one. Should a spouse be expected to cook and clean? Yes. Traditional roles matter. No. Share the responsibilities. Depends on each couple. Roles don't define love. What do y'all think?
Lionel came off mute. What you got to say, Lionel?
Yeah, my bad. I listened to the women talk about how these dudes should operate, how these women can be and should be. I'm trying to figure out if y'all really on these streets with these women under 35. And with Trick Daddy, I get what he's saying. The problem is all of you are headaches at all times. That's what he's missing. These women are point blank headaches regardless of the age. And these young girls, nowadays, they got a ton of made up trauma. So he in for it. Every one of them think they got trauma. Every one of them think they got all these issues. Ain't much different from the young girls and the older women, except the older women are trying to help you build to be better. Problem is, you don't want that. Because now that becomes another headache. Now you're trying to make me do extra. Now you're trying to make me do more. Girl, that's not what you're here for. Make me a sandwich and bend over. Like, that's what he's saying. And look pretty. Because it's that simple.
But he's already built up though, Lionel. He already have his own money.
And that's why he wants a younger chick, because the younger chick not going to ask for that yet.
Not going to ask for what yet?
No, she's not going to try to build him up. She's just going to take. He's assuming.
She's going to take.
She's assuming she's not going to be a headache. I'm saying she is. These young girls today are headaches. They're just as much as argumentative. They're just as much as crazy as the older women. Like, that's what he's not understanding.
So you saying he getting the same type of woman, just in a younger package?
Yeah. Except this woman won't have quality 9 times out of 10.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
let me ask you about these younger women. Let me ask Lionel a question about the younger women. So, say for instance, he did get with a younger woman. Do you think she would cheat on him, or do you think she would just stay with him?
Nah, she'll cheat on him. These younger women have rosters. They got different dudes for different things, even in different area codes. I work around younger women during the day.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I got hoes.
Yeah, like, so I work around younger women during the day. They love to talk and they love to show the receipts. I pay for my sister to go to college. She literally keeps me on speakerphone and I hear these women talk. My brother in Colorado right now, when he's doing bus driving or doing his licensing test for, piloting, I hear the young girls. These girls love showing the receipts.
That's
But
why
they also don't have a problem getting with an older guy though. They have no problem with that. Because they know what they're going to get out of it. It's a transaction.
That's why I say when Vons was saying all that, you know what I mean, about worms and all that, in reality, that sounds good. But in real life though, these younger women are really choosing some of these older guys.
They need money.
The worm, but
they need
you know
money.
what? But you know what? Yes, that's true. E. But at the same time, let's keep it real today. Let's just keep it real. I'm like with Lionel. Excuse me. I'm like with Lionel. I hear these young ladies talk. All right, these dudes today, man, are so bugged out on drugs. So bugged out and peeled out and everything, whatever. That they don't know up from down, and noodle is limp or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. So, okay, today's older man is not like you, and you said it. E. Today's older man is not like back in the
day when they were trying to get at my ass.
So that's not true at all. So it's a totally different new day and time when it comes to some of these older guys.
I'm not trying to use Vons as an example only off of what she says, but I know she can. The thing is, I'm just talking for me. I've been in 5 international cuisine classes. My brother has been around the country learning from different chefs. My sister has also been in a few cooking classes. Every one of us are at different ages and we all got the same story. The majority of the women in the class can't cook, can't bake. Everything they make is burnt.
Hold up. I don't be burning nothing and I can bake now, okay?
She said, hold on.
She said, hold on, wait a minute.
But you got these old guys thinking, again, that these girls are going to come with that. They'll get you some DoorDash, some Uber Eats.
Now on
that's for sure. They can dial real quick. That app be on fire. Got it coming from 3 different restaurants at once.
I agree with you on that one. You're a young man, but I agree with you on that one. That is exactly what he will be getting. Now he, an older man, and he deal with me. He gonna get a home cooked meal. But since they want to go younger and thinking they all about that life again, and then go back there and get disappointed with the non-person.
But that's the premise. That's the whole premise, though. At the end of the day, he doesn't want a chick that's over 35. They're argumentative. They got attitudes. They have drama. They have issues. He doesn't like their personalities. He wants a younger chick because he thinks, hey, this is gonna be better. But that is, and I gotta be honest, it's not. They're just as much as headaches as he thinks the older women are.
And they just as damaged. Let you tell it.
Right. But maybe he's trying to be damaged. But maybe he's trying to be like Boosie, because Boosie did that and have a baby and everything. And Boosie is in his 50s and look like his girl is in her 30s. And so maybe Trick Daddy saw that and just said, oh, hey, I can do that also. I don't know.
Trick Daddy don't look good as Boosie. See, folks need to look at themselves. You can't be looking at other people and thinking, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
you gotta. Oh my God!
Wait! What I say? What I say wrong?
I'm gonna tell you,
is ugly too.
Boosie is not.
Look,
he look like a little height.
He don't look.
That's it.
He
That's
don't look as
all.
bad. He don't look as bad as Trick
Right.
Daddy.
He do not look
No.
exact. Thank you, sis. No.
Mm-mm.
But you know, you can't be looking and seeing what other people doing and you don't look good like
That
other
dude,
people is what I'm saying.
that dude is sickly.
He
That dude is sickly. He looks like
just be high, SBK.
ain't high. That dude has sickle cell or something like that. And all he does is peeled out. He stays high. If you look at
No, SBK. He has diabetes.
diabetes. Okay, my bad. Diabetes. And you
He's
know he ain't
sick.
living right. He's sickly. That dude, look at his eyes. He looks sickly. You know, he looks, you know what I mean? Y'all saying that dude look good? Okay. Y'all look okay.
Mm-mm.
SBK.
Mm-mm.
But how many
SBK, I'm
times?
not saying he my type. I'm just saying Trick Daddy can't be looking at him thinking he can go get him a 30-year-old and a baby like Boosie can is what I'm saying. That's all I'm
He ain't
saying.
no different.
Okay?
Why he
They in the
can't?
same group. They in the
Because
same-
look
they in
at
the-
Trick Daddy. Who he
They in
look
the
like?
same-
He look like Trick Daddy.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, and you know
Go
this,
ahead.
Vaughn. Vaughn, come on.
What?
As long as these Mickey Fickies got cash,
I was about to say that.
they
Oh,
finna get the
Lord.
ass. Okay.
right.
Well, I'm okay. Well, then I'm gonna just say this. Look. Okay. Yes, my husband is heavy set. Okay, but he's fine. Okay. So it's not always about the money. Okay. For me, I ain't like other women. Okay. I like handsome. My husband got good hair. He got light brown eyes. Okay. He has, what they call European features and all of that. Okay. So how I feel is I was looking at all of that when it was like, my baby's gonna have good hair, and they do. Okay. All right. Nice long eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? Dark chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I look at that. So I don't know about, you can't look, you're not gonna win me over with no money.
But you married your husband. Y'all were high school sweethearts. We talking about women, young girls. More than likely they damaged. More than likely they got daddy issues. More than likely they looking for somebody to take care of them.
Hold on. SBK, how many times have you told us the stories about the girls, young ladies going after the busted down guys with no teeth, butter all in their mouth, no car, nothing to the name, but these young girls be going after them like, hey, daddy.
Yep, they do it on here. They do it on here. All these bums on social media or whatever that crash out or whatever, and they ain't got no money, and they do it on here. Find out that they ain't got ish to their name or whatever. They look busted up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know that they look stank, just like your boy Bootsy, just like DR said that. See, every time he come up on camera, I don't know what you and I said, what I said, Todd. Every time that dude come up on camera, he got that white shit in the corner of his mouth or whatever, and he talks like he looks nasty, looks stank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So look, some of these women, they go after that. You're right.
Can I clarify some things? I didn't say Boosie was cute. I said he looked better than Trick Daddy is what I had said.
Thank you, sis. It's like they just misunderstanding.
I wouldn't even be.
I ain't misunderstood. I'm just saying I wouldn't choose not near one of them.
Exactly. I wouldn't even be a comparing because both.
But you're not young.
They both look nasty, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I have a weak stomach. Okay. I have a weak stomach. I can't. I'm not gonna. If they both looking fugly, I ain't choosing.
But y'all aren't these young girls. They absolutely see everything as transactional. They do. See
all I'm going. Yeah. Look at how this. Why I didn't get with the old man? Because I have to think about my children. What they gonna look like, if they gonna have worms, if they gonna look like Benjamin Button. I'm gonna keep talking about worms when it comes to these old men. Okay, so I don't care how much money he got.
Get it up.
Miss Roxy, look, okay. Boosie look better than Trick Daddy. Okay, I can see how that happened. But if any young girl come up with a baby by Trick Daddy in 2025, 2026, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, wait, no, 3,000, whatever year we gonna be in, okay? That's the problem. All right, whatever, Lionel, okay, whatever 30, whatever we gonna
But
be in.
don't
Okay.
okay, don't Trick Daddy got an issue? Don't he have lupus or something? He
Yeah,
got
he's
some
sickly too.
autoimmune. He's
Yeah,
sickly
he's
too,
sick.
right?
Yeah, he's sickly too. That's the reason
Yeah.
why he looks the way he looks. You know, he's had some health issues too.
Okay.
No, he
He
looked
said
like
he
that
been
because
looking like that for
he
years.
I
So
thank you,
now you
sis. I
see
was
why
gonna
I
say he
said
looked
a
like that
woman.
from drinking, smoking, and chasing a fast life. Okay, well he should have
Well,
been
once
sitting
upon a
down in his
time
He
pool.
he was skinny. Once upon a time he was
he
a
was
lot
skinny.
thinner, but
He was
the
skinny
medicine
over,
that the
over the
medications that he take, it puts
fact
weight on him like that because of all the
fact
medications he has to take.
over the past what 5 6 years. You know what I mean? But that
Yeah,
dude's been sick.
he's sick. He got lupus or he got something.
He got something because I remember he was hospitalized for a while.
Yeah. Let me
Now
find
He
you
out.
see
got
why I
worms.
said. Now you see why I say I go with the Timberlands and the tennis shoes. I don't go with the loafers because of that same reason. All the medical reasons.
She said, these young ones got they got issues too. They sipping on all that
Oh, they
damn
got
syrup
issues.
on
Look, they got
Percocet
issues.
and
But
Adderall, and
I say once you look,
they messed up.
once you go Foxy, you don't go back. So I ain't got to worry about that.
Oh damn! Wait a minute. Yeah, he has lupus. Trick Daddy has lupus.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just joking. All jokes
yeah.
aside, some men out here, a lot of women, these young women, they're looking for money. Give you a prime example. I have a friend that she's 50 years old. She's 55 right now. She dated a guy. She said, I only deal with a man that got 6 figures. Where the gentleman she was dealing with has 6 figures. But he treated her like she was an escort. And
Hmm.
she go around here and say, "Oh, I don't have sex with him. I don't do this. I don't do that. He just do things." Lionel, laugh. I laugh too. Lionel, this is the one you're gonna laugh at. Let me tell you that. Okay. Here in DC, we have the MGM. Okay, everybody know if you get a suite in the MGM, you're gonna pay some money. Your man put you up in the MGM, gave you the money to go over to the outlet to buy what you want to, all this kind of stuff, and you telling me you ain't sucking up fucking? Give me a break.
Whoa, Charlie.
And get that
Woo!
money. So, so,
But
so please don't play with my
Mm.
intelligence. And then
but
you
she's
want to sit
right
back and
though.
say, but you sitting back saying, I'm celibate. I don't have sex. I haven't had sex in a while. He just give it to me. You must think I just fell off a banana boat. Really?
But this is how the young girls are talking. I've actually been saying this too. This is how they be talking.
Yeah.
Exactly, Lionel. Now I have to agree with you that on that. Now there's some things I have to disagree, but this time you on point because that's how. And she's 55, even though she's 55, but she been doing that for a while. But she been claiming this. Oh, I don't have sex. I don't do this. I'm celibate, and so I'm like,
We
you
know that's a
forgot you
lie.
talking to your best friend who know all your secrets. So
And it's a
why
young
you tell?
girl.
Yes, she was a young girl when she started doing it. And she been dealing with this man for 20 some years. And then when she got into an accident and he came up from Georgia to do his regular routine with her, and she wasn't available. Then when he went to the MGM, gambled, had his fun, and went back to Georgia, she couldn't understand why he didn't come back to see her. I said, a man can only do what a woman allow him to do. A woman,
Right.
a woman can only do what a man allow him to do. So why are you sitting back acting like you hurt when you said all you was, well, you were Tina Turner. You was all about the Benjamin. Now you're trying to act like Whitney Houston with Bobby Brown. Which is you, Tina Turner or Whitney Houston?
She
Of
said,
course, we
which
didn't talk
one
for about
are
a month.
you?
I mean, seriously, you said I'm only about the Benjamin. Y'all women all out here about love and all this stuff. I'm like Tina Turner. What love got to do with it? I'm all about the Benjamins. So then when he treated you like shit, then you want to sit back and act like you Whitney Houston. So I asked her which one were you, Whitney Houston or Tina Turner? Which one are you now?
Mm. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
straight up. I'm who I am. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I like to love on people and love on my man. I don't want to be out here fighting no man. Shoot. I like
Amen.
so when you get out here and start playing games and then games get turned back on you, don't sit back and whine and cry.
Oh, that's another problem too. The young girls like to fight.
Yeah, they
That
feisty.
part. And I'm like, why are you fighting over a man that showing you? If you fighting a woman, why aren't you fighting the man that did it with? He did it with. Why are you fighting a woman? It takes two to tango. So you making a fool of yourself. But my philosophy is if you took care of home, you wouldn't have to worry about him going out here trying to stick it in something else.
That's true.
Amen.
Okay.
Come on, somebody. But they don't hear it though. They don't hear it.
But I'm done, And then you wouldn't have to worry about people like Lionel and all these other guys out here that dealing with the dumbass baggage.
This is true.
I'm in
Amen.
mute. Go ahead. Y'all can take over. I didn't mean to do that. SNK. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. You good.
Okay.
Since you want, first, hey, y'all be sure y'all support each other again before we end this thing. We want, you guys need to send your. Look here. This is what I want to say. You guys send your. We're gonna start promoting y'all's channels, right?
Yes.
You guys send your promos, and so we can start showcasing them here. Send them to me. Send them to us. You know what I mean?
I ain't received yours yet.
And work.
And SBK, I'm gonna send you mine when I get a chance. I'm trying to figure
Yes,
out how
please.
to download.
Please.
Also, I want to ask you all to try to support me tomorrow. I'm gonna
Yep.
go live at 5 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time in regards to
Okay.
what's going on here in DC with me. With our city.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I saw that you made a live. I already put my notifications on. I saw that today. So y'all go support Miss Foxy Roxy. She's going live tomorrow at what's that, 5 o'clock Central? Or what's time zone you in?
5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. 5 o'clock
Because
Okay.
Standard Time.
what I want to do is let y'all see the footage, and it's some of it on YouTube. You probably could Google yourself, but there are some footages showing what our black neighborhoods are going through. They only showing you what the DC by the Capitol is going through, but we want to show how they have energized the police department to harass our young black people and our black people in their neighborhoods now.
So you saying they put a battery in the police back?
Yes, and I mean it really put them in the back to a point that they going back and acting like they invincible. That's why they had the lawsuit today to fight them to stop them from doing it because they felt like they can just go supersede gentlemen smoking a cigarette, and they was trying to say, well, you can't smoke no weed out here, where it's legal here. So when did you know, when did you back down off of that? Now all of a sudden, because of that, and the government they get turning it back over to the police. They can't do that anymore. But at that time, they're going around harassing people, patting them down for no reason. If they're standing out, sitting on their stoop, they go walking up, taking their beer, pouring it out, their liquor, pouring it out, all this stuff that they haven't been doing in the past. Now all of a sudden, y'all doing it because the president say do it.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all Maj, can y'all please drop Miss Foxy's link in the chat so we can go on, so everybody else can go and follow her tomorrow. And that's going to be, she said 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That would be
that's 2 p.m. Pacific Standard and
4
Central.
4 Central. There you go. 4 Central.
Because I
Thanks,
really want y'all to
Joe.
know. Because I want you to see what the news is not showing you, what we are
Gotcha.
going. And one of those streets I'm gonna show you is on the corner of my street. At the other end, I live at one end, and what they're doing is at the other end, and they're harassing those people for no reason, and they just sitting on their stoop, just chilling, and they walking in the gate and trying to jump the fence and all this stuff on them for no reason, and they just standing around, sitting around, chilling because in those older apartment buildings, it's hot. The air conditioner, if you don't have a window one that really cool off the apartment real well, it's hot in those apartments. So a lot of them sit outside because it's cooler at night and cooler in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So they're harassing them now, and then they jump and they're coming after the young people that's teenagers. And don't get me wrong, we have teenagers that's bad here. Don't get me wrong. But the way they going about it is wrong.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Did y'all
So
They
did
taking
the mods
they
put
taking the little
the
they got scooters here.
okay, there we go.
Thank
Thank you, mods.
and they got the
Thank you, Joe.
scooters. They got the scooters. They taking the scooters from them. Just walking up, pushing them off the scooters and taking them from for what? They on the scooters. They not bothering anybody. Why are y'all doing that? So these are the things that they doing behind the back. They saying that they're trying to crack down on crime, but there's nothing happening. We're lower than we have been in years, and now all you doing is agitating them for no reason.
Hold on,
absolutely,
hold on. What
absolutely.
happened? What happened?
So
I'm
why are you
trying to
looking?
make sure. Huh?
So why are you looking for what you looking? Let me play this clip.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm subscribed on this channel to Miss Foxy Roxy.
Are we gonna be at the bar tomorrow night, SBK?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let me play everybody. Y'all go sub up to Waiting to Excel. I'm about to play this.
Yes. It was lovely on Wednesday.
Yes. Did you play it? You got it?
Sacred space for
Y'all hear?
Black women to breathe, rise, exhale in power. Whether you're married, single, divorced, a mother, or walking your own unique path, this space was made for you. For the young and the seasoned, the women building empires, and the ones simply learning to be. Here we uplift each other, encourage each other, and celebrate our journey with every laugh, tear, and triumph in between. Because every woman deserves a moment to excel. This is your tribe. This is your time. Welcome home to Waiting to Excel.
Awesome. Awesome. You guys did a wonderful job.
Awesome.
What you guys did a
I hit
wonderful
the
job.
replay.
Oh.
I hit the replay twice.
Yeah, those you guys Bonds and I said what I said. I loved y'all's. I thought it was a great idea to showcase y'all's channel by both of y'all sharing each of y'all's stories. And like I said, I was just sitting there working. And I was just sitting there and listening to y'all stories. I'm like, wow, y'all had some y'all had some great stories. Telling about yourselves. So if y'all didn't miss it, y'all go and check it out. Y'all go check. They went live this past Wednesday, and they launched Waiting to Excel. Great. I just love listening to their stories. I think they have a great message. I think that they're going to do well. They're going to do well. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, we gotta knock out those kinks though.
Oh yeah, that's comes with
just
yeah.
that comes with it. Y'all did well though. Y'all did very
And you guys
well.
did it on Restream, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I haven't worked with Restream yet, so.
Well, I don't know what happened, but it wouldn't. I paid for the Restream, but it wouldn't come on my paid subscription, and I think it's because I think it wanted me to stream it on my channel and Waiting to Excel channel because I tried to just stream it on Waiting to Excel and it just wouldn't pull up for me. So that could be user error or something, but you can rest assured we'll have it worked out by next week though.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Y'all go and sub up to it's Mimi too. I was on her.
It's Mimi.
Channel. I was on her path the other day. Wonderful channel. You know what I mean? Wonderful lady. Wonderful, strong lady. I love being on her panel. So y'all go sub up to her. Waiting to Excel. Thrive and Glow with Joe. Y'all just mods, please put the links in the chat. Yeah. So what I need y'all to do is look. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. Anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, send if you got a promo for your channel, send them to me. You know what I mean? If you have a promo, you can put them on my community wall. My community wall is for the public, so you can go to my community wall. You can put whatever you want on your community wall to promote whatever you got going on. If you guys Like if you guys want to put whatever on your on my community wall to inspirational, whatever, put it on my community wall, promote it. You know what I mean?
But make sure you send it to us so we can play it during.
Yes.
So we can have it as a commercial during
facts
to promote you guys.
Facts.
So you can put it on his community wall, but make sure you send it to us so we can add it to our commercials.
I tell you what I said. Please send your Waiting to Excel promo. Send it, DM it to me, so that way I can save it. And I can just go ahead and put it here, so you guys can, so we can just go ahead and have everybody sub up to you guys and so forth.
And y'all please follow Waiting to Exhale's lead with 46 seconds. I say 60 seconds or less, maybe 90 seconds, but please don't have it be like 4-5 minutes. Please follow Waiting to Exhale's lead and give us a nice short clip. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you. So let me play another one. Here you go.
All right.
I love it.
Y'all go and subscribe up to the bestie, Thrive and Glow with Joe. Go and subscribe up to her. She goes live. Well, she's trying to go live every Thursday.
Yep.
At 7 p.m. Every Thursday at 7. So y'all go
5 p.m. Pacific.
5 p.m. Pacific. That's it. And yeah, y'all be sure to send those in to me or send that in to us so we can just promote. So let's just support each other. Yes. And tomorrow night, the bar will be open. Y'all come in the open panel. So
coming ready with my popcorn.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Open panel at the bar. Let's talk. Let's have some grown folks conversations. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about whatever. All right. So meet me at the bar tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. So
tonight is my beer night. Friday night's review at beer nights, and
wait,
night
you ending the show?
Night.
We can't keep up with you whippersnappers.
I was gonna say y'all can't hang, man.
No, brother man gotta
he gotta get up and go to work in the morning.
Oh yeah, I be forgetting. You work on Saturdays.
You gotta remember, this man gotta make his money.
He gotta make that dollar.
So yeah, y'all, I see y'all at the bar tomorrow. Y'all bring your popcorn and your drinks, and let's
hold on, Lionel. Do you have anything? You gotta do your rounds.
Oh yeah. I was about to do that.
Oh, I thought you was gonna shut it down.
Oh no. Lionel,
where's he at?
Yeah, y'all can follow me at www.airtothestars.com. I got a bunch of stories coming out, and that's been popping. That's all I got for the moment.
Did y'all see his new?
Oh yeah, I'm about to pull it up.
You finna pull it up? Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I pull it up.
Lionel has welcomed SBK to the Sugsverse. Where is it at?
Let me hold on.
And he got a woman.
I got a question.
I What you got? What you got, Vaughn? Little sis, what you got?
How did this happen? Like, was y'all just like, hey, make me a part of Suggs verse, or was this just Lionel's idea?
Lionel. There we go. SBK. That's that's tight though. I'm impressed.
Click on it. Click on it so we can see it.
Click on it.
For some reason, hold on just a second.
It's not letting you pull up the full with your
It's not letting me pull it up on the. Hold on just a second.
Lionel put some pimp daddy shoes on it.
It won't let.
You want to let you pull it up the whole thing?
It won't let me pull up the whole thing on here for some reason.
Look, here go his wife. Show your wife. Show the witty. The witty.
Yeah, y'all
That's
see
the
it?
witty. That's the wife.
Mm.
Ain't no fun. I'll hook my boy up. I'll hook him up.
I love it. I love it. See, he married in Suggs verse. You know, we may not get there out here, but in Suggs,
Father.
he married. He got him a witty.
Where the garden?
Where the where the garden at? Lionel, you got to make the garden.
Oh Lord.
I got him. I got him.
Okay.
But if I make him a garden, that means I got to make him like 4 other women.
Oh damn.
Wow.
Oh my.
Mr. Lounge is in the house. Salute to Mr.
What's
Lounge.
going on? What's going on?
Salute to Urban. Salute.
DJ.
Okay, Miss Foxy, what you got? What you got? Last words on it.
Well, of course, always. I enjoy myself with you all. I really, really, truly enjoy yourselves. I mean, I myself with you all. I love the energy. I love the chat. I love everybody in the chat. I think I done adopted all of y'all in my life as a family. So that makes me feel good. And y'all have adopted me as part of your family. So that's all I have to say. I always, Friday night is beer night. Saturday night is my margarita night. And I have someone to enjoy it with.
Already.
Already.
Y'all go and sub up to Miss Foxy. Foxy 2 Roxy. She's going live tomorrow. So y'all go and sub up to her. All right. We got the waiting 2 Excel crew up here. Let's let Young Vons go first. What you got on it, Young Vons?
Great show. And yes, share the responsibility of the housework. Okay. I was in and out because, I was cleaning my refrigerator out. Okay. Yeah. So share the responsibilities. Okay. And no trick daddies in 2025. Okay. And don't nobody care about y'all thinking about women over 25. I mean, 35 is too old because y'all old too, if not older. Okay. If you stay away from the Viagra and snow bunnies and young women, y'all, black men will be all right in life, But that's all I got. Okay. Shout out to Tap In.
I love it. But that's all I got.
You know she preaching whenever she starts talking and okay.
All right. Okay.
All we need is an amen corner.
Lord.
Oh my God. Okay, Miss, I said what I said. What you got on it? What's your last words there, Queen?
Well, great show, great panel. Been cool talking to everybody on the panel tonight. My whole thing is stay away from internet scammers. Pay attention to who you're following, who you're sending your money to, and don't believe the hype just because somebody hyping themselves up. Especially these people in the South, you know, who give out of their money. So I want the South to make sure. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna let you get away with that,
He ain't
Fox.
gonna never.
No. So all y'all elder statesmen in the South, make sure y'all pay
Mm.
attention to who y'all giving y'all money to. Okay,
Well, I'm
because
from
it's
the
a
South
stigma
too,
out
so
there about the.
anyway.
I got to watch what the hell I say around. I
You,
say, like,
you,
she ain't
you.
gonna let you live that ish
Hey, you see
down.
that?
When
Eh,
she
eh.
when
Hey,
she
E,
finished, I got something else.
hey,
Yeah.
E, you see that shot she threw at me about the state elder statesman?
Man, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure
Yeah.
I watch what the hell I say.
All the
Yeah.
elder statesmen pay attention to who you give your money to if you're in the South, okay? And so look out for the next show for Waiting to Excel on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And we're gonna try to get better and better with the show, and hopefully we work out all those kinks. And so that's all we got. But yeah, it's been great. I'll see you guys at the bar tomorrow night.
All
All
right.
right.
What you got on? What else you got on it, young man?
Well, since this, throwing shots and whatnot, shade. Okay, I forgot my other part of my story. Okay, that I didn't get to finish. So, and one last thing, for the viewers, everybody in the chat and on the panel. Okay, I know y'all got, all these issues with pastors and bishops and leaders and presidents, for being human. Okay. But all I'm gonna say is, before you, oh, you supposed to be sweep around your own porch, okay? Before you come for people, okay, who living in their calling, okay, and they make a few errors here and there, okay, all right,
Just
because we
just a
all human.
just a few errors.
Just a few errors, SBK. Folks be acting like. Okay, let me stop playing. Let me stop
He said just a few.
Amen.
But as representative of church, okay, they sent me to check y'all. All right. All right. So yeah, be cool. Okay. We all human, we all make mistakes. And yeah. That's it.
Just
Amen. 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 Amen.
oh my God. Okay. Um. Yeah, man. This has been a great night. Let's we'll see each other tomorrow night. Sis, what you got on it?
Well, I'm gonna say this to Von's statement. Yes, we all human, but individuals with significant influence, they have much more responsibility. So if you want to be an influence on people, unfortunately, it comes with, you gotta hold yourself accountable. You gotta hold yourself to a higher standard. So I firmly agree that we all human, but if you want to step into that role, them shoes, you better put them. Now, with that being said, I love all of this. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. This was a wonderful night. I love the conversation. The chat went crazy, as always. The panel was nothing but love. And Miss Foxy, I love what you said. Yes, we are all family up here. Well, new family. We really appreciate it. We really love the vibe that we have up here now. And, just hope that it keeps coming and that we keep bringing good content to the people. Chat, I think there were some people in here that I didn't say hi to. Please charge it to my head, not my heart. I was looking. Definitely appreciate everybody who, responded, who was in the chat and, giving their opinions. We definitely love it. Keep it going. I love it. What do I have next? Oh, thank everybody for coming Thursday to Disrupt and Discuss. We put a nice little bow on the series, talking about content creators, influencers, and entrepreneurs. And so we are on to the next one, but I would just want to say thank you everyone for coming in the chat, showing up, showing out, giving your opinions. and vibing with us. Casey and I, we really, really do appreciate it. Next Thursday is going to be a new. We'll have an interview, so it's an interview with an individual. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that that premiere, and then we'll move on to our next installment, our next series. So just be on the lookout, put your notifications on for Disrupt and Discuss. Definitely appreciate everyone who rocks out and vibes with us. That's all I got.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
Well, binge watch on this Disrupt and Discuss podcast. I'm getting ready to go binge watch till I fall asleep tonight. I missed that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So y'all, let's sub up to each other. Let's support each other. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. She's a content creator as well.
Yes.
Great financial advice. You know what I'm saying? I will look at that, Queen. I sure will. I got you, Queen. I got you. So, anyways, once again, we'll see you guys tomorrow night at the bar. All right, everybody's welcome. Everybody come up on the panel. Let's have a good old time, and let's just vibe and have fun going into Saturday, the weekend. All right.
Yes.
So with that being said, sis, as we always say, like we always do.
All right, and we are
don't